and welcome to the Salty Boys Podcast. What we want is to get paid.
That's not as horrible as I was expecting.
I'm going to critically fail.
Yeah.
No, he stays in the closet for the remainder of the campaign. Okay.
I've got the key. He gave it to me.
Oh.
The Salty Boys Podcast.
Piss! How was that?
That's good. That was clean. I saw it on the waveform there.
So I learned we're going to do an intro this time.
Yeah.
So
we had a new character last time and we just didn't bother to
glazed
introduce.
over it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start counterclockwise. So we'll start with a familiar face and a familiar voice.
It's McHaas. He's running Captain Fargus Flintlock. Bitches.
We got Sawyer, and he's running Daffrin Keen, the cleric.
It's your boy AR, aka the engineer, and I'm running Big Nick.
This is Simmons. I'm running the explosive fetishist, Francis Bolf.
I am Kronk. I am Mock. He punches things.
Which one, Kronk or Mock?
Mostly Mock, but
We'll find out.
see.
Well, we'll see how it goes with me and him sitting next to each other.
And I am the DM, formerly known as DJ Skinny Penis. I'm undergoing a rebranding.
Rebranded as DJ Shitty Penis Lion.
Yeah.
The only rebranding name worthy of anything is adding Lion to the end of
It's
your
true.
name.
I'm a reggae artist now. I'm not
Listen,
DMing.
kids,
I'm just.
don't repeat anything you hear.
This is a not family-friendly podcast.
By the end of this podcast, he will be formally known again as DJ Skinny Penis Dog.
Yeah. So, we're taking a break from the action that is happening in the haunted house at Saltmarsh, and we are going way back in time to the last time that Captain Fargus Flintlock and Mock Smith worked together. We're starting in the middle of a storm. It's a heavy downpour with lightning bolts striking all around the ship. What's the name of the ship, Captain?
This is the SSS.
That's quite a few minutes. The ESS. Spell that for me.
Sure. It's S period S
Yeah.
period
Uh-huh.
S
Okay.
period S period S period.
Shit, didn't see that one coming.
Yes, the dreaded... It's silhouetted serpentine figurehead at the front of the bowsprit strikes a frightening visage and strikes fear in the hearts of well-to-do merchants and traders alike on the seven seas. What was your mission out here before you got struck by the storm?
So the captain's actually not 1,000% sure. He was basically given charter over this boat under the condition that he doesn't ask any questions.
Okay, this is like a
So,
lease.
Yeah, he's got a pretty cushy captain's quarters set up for him. He's been given carte blanche to run the helm. As long as he doesn't go below decks to actually examine the cargo, he's going to get, no questions asked. Don't ask, don't tell kind of situation.
Yeah, I like how you said that because that implies that Captain's kind of like hanging out in the cabins, like just trying to like keep things down, trying to stay comfortable. Mock, I feel like you're running things on the ship. Like crew members are going ballistic, like they're cursing the name of like everyone's mother, and as the quartermaster on this boat, it's your duty to make sure that everyone's keeping a cool head and doing their job. So I feel like maybe you have a little bit of like, a captain needs to come out and do his job too, right? So I would like to see how Mock confronts the captain in the middle of this storm that's threatening to tear the boat apart.
Okay, so I assume everything is just going nuts. We got people running about.
Yeah.
Do we have any mutiny about or anything like that? Is anyone threatening to jump overboard, steal the ship?
Yeah, there are murmurs of, well, not murmurs, shouts to speak over the waves and the thunderclaps of this is our ship. Where's the captain? If this is his ship, where is he?
Mock kind of looks about and at the chaos going on and shouts out, "Hold your positions and do your duty." And as he's doing this, he's heading towards the captain's cabin, and he tries to put his foot through the door.
All right. Yeah, you do it. Captain, the door bursts open, and just soaked, drenched is Mock Smith, your quartermaster. It's not the first time you've worked with him, but this will be the last. Why is that?
So the captain's got a bit of a drinking problem, as it were, and Mock is sort of the only one who's been privy to that during this whole voyage, and
Well, that's probably why they get along.
Now, are we talking like airplane style?
yeah, just he tries to shoot the rum into his gullet, but it goes into his beard instead.
Oh, so the captain is just piss drunk.
Yeah, he's also never really experienced a storm of this caliber too. So he's trying to hide it, but with the inebriation going on, he's kind of scared shitless right now.
So the captain sort of stumbles up, rum staining his beard and undershirt.
Mach, you better have a right good reason for interrupting the captain when he's on a spell, Mach. What should I call you, Mach?
Mock grabs the captain by his collar and just looks him in the eye and says, "You drunken bloody fool. If you can't give a command, at least get out here, or else this crew is going to mutiny and this ship's just going to go down now."
Captain's trying to make eye contact with Mock, but he physically can't. One eye's this way, one eye's the other way. It's one eye's up where your bangs are, and the other's treaded down to your belly button.
A couple of crew members kind of try to burst through the door. Captain, it's not getting any better. It's just getting worse. And you hear the loudest crack of lightning and strike the main mast, and the boat creaks and groans as it splits in two under the impact of the voltage. We sort of get a camera angle pans down into the water as the boat sort of falls apart and floats in different pieces. Past the camera, we get Mock and the captain trying to swim back up to the surface, and white text appears against the dark sea. It says "Ghosts of Saltmarsh," and we jump right back into the present with the 5 of you standing above a trapdoor, ready to go down.
For anyone that listened to the last podcast, you may remember that Big Nick rolled a -2 or something on his wisdom save, I think it was.
Yeah.
For the trapdoor.
Yes.
So Nick shit his pants, and now has disadvantage for the next hour of game time.
Yeah.
So
it can be pretty difficult.
Is that a Truly that you just popped open?
Well, it's not bourbon.
It's not bourbon.
Bourbon don't come in cans.
Well, maybe.
Well, I mean, Jack and Coke does.
Yeah.
They put Jack in the Coke now?
Yeah, you never seen it? There's straight up cans. They're
They're terrible.
Yeah, they're like that, but
Is
it's
that mixed to your
it's
pre-mixed?
Jack and Cola.
Yeah.
Pre-mixed. Yeah, it's awful. It's the worst.
Yeah.
It's about as good as the natural light strawberry lemonade they're making now.
Oh,
It's
God.
as good as I'd expect.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, burned that bridge for a sponsor.
It almost tastes like Game Day by 7-Eleven.
Oh.
Do we know if Snakecock passed his wisdom check?
He appears to be sweating a little bit. You're not sure if it's due to fear or just other factors. I mean, he's got a big lump on his head still, so
Potentially also due to what Daffrin did to him in the bedroom.
possible.
Daffrin did nothing.
Can't rule that out.
Daffrin will actually take his mace and finish the job real quick.
All right. So to be clear, you want to attack somebody?
It was a joke.
Okay.
It's just a prank.
Just a prank, bro.
Damn.
See how that works for you. All right. So just doing a little mise en place here.
So is the trapdoor now open, or did it just laugh at us and stay closed?
No, you opened it, and as if something almost triggered it, you heard a voice that shook you to your core. But you're staring now into what looks to be an expansive cellar.
Okay, so if I remember correctly from the last podcast, the specific language you used was it echoed to the attic and to the basement.
All over the house.
Yeah, so I don't know if that was like you intentionally mentioned that there was an attic or not, but I don't know. I just wanted to point that out.
So I will mention that when we were first exploring, we did find the stairs
In
going
the kitchen.
upstairs to the
Right,
kitchen.
but the kitchen was on the first floor, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that would just go up to the second floor, which Daffrin was already on.
Allegedly.
No,
Alleged-
it was because I
allegedly.
brought a snake cock down.
All I know is that we didn't end up going up those two sets of stairs because they were half broken, and we were afraid that Nick was going to be falling through them.
Right. Okay, so it's just me and Francis in the trapdoor area, right?
I believe everybody
Yeah.
is staring
We
at
all
the
met up
trapdoor.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you guys.
No,
left.
no, because they sent us over there to investigate.
Oh, right.
We magically found the trapdoor.
Right, because you told me there wasn't a trapdoor. That was so funny. Okay, so we're all there. I guess since I opened it, I'm just gonna like, even though I shit my pants, I'm like, well, not gonna get any more full of shit. Let's go down.
These pants aren't going to shit themselves again. So, okay.
So by the way, I forgot the last time we were in the when we were in the drowned forest. Since I'm a half orc, I can see dim light as bright and darkness as dim light, so that should be helpful for the basement.
Yeah. Okay.
I just wanted to point that out real quick.
So this torchlit chamber was once a large cellar, but it has since been converted into living quarters. 10 crude beds stand along the south wall, each with a wooden locker at its foot. A long wooden trestle table ringed by rickety stools dominates the center of the room. Metal cutlery, cups, and dirty plates sit atop the table. A cook stove is installed near the table, and evidence of recently cooked meals sits in pots atop it. A large ham hangs from a loop of twine near the stove. A sturdy set of stairs leads to the trapdoor that you're walking down in the ceiling above. There are 2 wooden doors in the east side of the room. One second. This is really complicated. Okay. Clearly, there are 3 figures in here. They do not look happy to see you. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh shit!
All right, we're getting into it.
Jumping right
Off the
in.
bat.
Oh yeah, baby.
That's a 10.
All right.
Captain rolled an 11.
Nick's got a 7.
Daffrin got a 9.
Nice.
And Muck has 5.
High rolling tonight.
Jeez.
Daffrin got a 9. Is that
Yes,
correct?
that's correct. Daffrin got a 9.
Let's waste our bad rolls now so we can keep them
Captain got a 10.
later.
11.
11. Who got the 10?
Francis.
Francis got the 10. Francis.
Not gonna lie, before you said roll for initiative, my first thought was Francis wants to go for the ham.
Does it burn?
No, he's hungry.
How did Big Nick do?
7.
7. Nice.
Big Nick rolled like a big dick.
Well, I did get a 9, but I have a -2 to initiative, so.
This,
we do
this
have
kind of
what,
makes sense.
a plus minus to initiative.
Oh yeah.
They
Oh, mine's 0. Never mind. Still a 5.
forgive me. Okay. So these 3 figures, they appear to have been waiting for you. One has a longbow and takes aim at Mock first. He tags you with a 16.
Armor class 12.
Okay. He does. Oh. He does 8 damage to you.
Oh my god.
Dang.
So now he has this arrow sticking out of his forehead.
And with his second attack, he takes aim at the captain with a 15. Does that
Don't
hit?
shoot him.
It
You'll
does
just make
hit.
him mad.
It's his own mistake. And he does 6 damage.
And they won't even give me credit for the candy gram.
Next. two ruffians. One rushes Daffrin and one rushes Nick.
What weapon do they have?
A scimitar.
Ooh. Okay.
The first one is
Is it a rune skimmy?
Fuck up.
Skinny.
They only use D-Sims.
He does 6 damage with a well-placed slice.
Then he is going to take my reaction,
Okay.
and he's going to take 2d8 lightning damage.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for that.
Shit.
Does he do a dex save?
Yeah, you have a dex save.
Okay. What's your... he fails. So go ahead and roll your damage. I'll
Okay.
take the full damage.
Let me find my d8 real quick. So he takes 16 damage.
Yeah. So what happens is he comes in for a clean slice. He does like a sweet twirl before he crit, by the way. So he like slides in and like tries and cuts your arm like most of the length of your forearm. But he ignites your divinely blessed blood, and the shock travels up his sword, and he seizes up, and in a smoking heap, he collapses in front of you. The other bandit,
How much damage did he do to me on that crit?
he did 6 damage.
Okay.
Thinking better, the other bandit runs up to Francis and attempts to swing.
Oh, boy.
With a 15.
That's definitely a hit.
Okay. He does 5 damage to you.
Ouch.
All right. First up is Captain.
All right. So what did the guy who hit the captain hit him with?
It was a longbow.
Okay. How far away is he?
Like 30 feet.
All right, Captain. That works out perfectly. He's got a 25 speed, so he's going to run up to the guy and take a poke at him with
All right.
a rapier. Just head on. Applied directly to the forehead.
Just like Mock.
That is an 8.
Yeah. This guy's pretty dodgy. So he leaps out of the way.
Cool. Captain's going to yell curse words at him and then end his turn.
Okay, Francis.
Okay, so in a panic, he is going to immediately cast Chromatic Orb at the guy who just swung at me.
Okay.
He is going to do fire damage,
Okay.
and it's just line of sight. So I don't know if you want me to roll for this or anything like that. It doesn't say anything about doing a roll for
Does it say
to hit.
ranged spell touch attack? Or range?
You hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at a creature that you see within range,
Okay.
90 feet.
Okay.
You choose from the following types, and make a ranged spell attack against the
There you go.
target.
So it's a d20 plus your spell attack, which should be on one of those pages. Should be the spell casting page for your character sheet. It's a d20 plus that.
That's a 9.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he you're like up close and he's like swiping at you, so it passes by him. Did you have anything else for your turn?
I guess I'm going to try to run as fast as possible.
Okay. If you run, he's gonna swing on you.
Okay.
That's meta knowledge. What would Francis do?
Would Francis retreat?
Right. I'm trying to think. Honestly, thinking about how Francis would actually react, he would probably just ball up at this point.
Drop prone?
Fetal position.
Yeah, he's going prone.
Okay, you can do that. Nick, you're up next.
Why would you do that? Oh god.
Okay, so Nick's got a plan. I get dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action. So
You do, yeah.
what I'm gonna do is my speed is 30, so they're about. You said they're about 30 feet.
The scout way back there with the longbow is about 30 feet away.
Okay,
Captain's
so
in front of him.
Remind me again, who's left alive? Because he killed the one that attacked him.
Yeah, he killed the ruffian, and there's a ruffian attacking Bolf, who is curled up in a ball.
Okay, so I'm gonna go at the dude attacking Francis with
Okay.
my short sword,
Okay,
and yeah, just attack.
love it.
It's a good plan.
And
I agree.
that is a 14.
That will hit. And go and roll your damage, and don't forget your sneak attack damage.
Oh, sneak attack. He
'Cause-
doesn't know I'm there.
Well, if you're flanking an enemy, or if you have more than one person like within range, you can apply your sneak attack.
Okay. How does that actually work?
Just roll an extra d6.
Oh, okay. So then 2d6 for my short sword.
Oh, yes.
Stupid app keeps trying to crash.
Well, stop it.
2d6. So that's a 6 for the first one,
Nice.
and a 1 for the second one.
Okay, yeah. Well, you kill him, so tell me how you do it.
So I get that good sneak up behind him, flank the plant. I'm gonna go straight.
cutting down plants in the swamp.
I'm gonna do. So I get that's 2 attacks because 2 dice. So the first the 6 die, I'm gonna slice his leg right under his butt cheek. He's gonna drop to the ground, and then that last 1 damage, head comes off.
All right, yeah. So, well done. You splatter both his back and neck with blood.
And then my bonus action, I'm going to hide behind Francis.
Yeah, you can do that. He's providing you light cover. Okay.
So I assume you're just lying on the ground next to me.
We're just spooning in blood.
Oh god.
Stinky mess.
This is going to make for a great conversation afterwards.
Yeah. Mock, you're up next.
Remember, I'm scared shitless, so I'm just trying to hide.
Okay, we got the
right.
one guy that the captain attacked. What's the other one doing?
It's just
It's just
one
him,
in
the
front
other
of
guy
you.
dead.
That's all that's left.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to him and stab away.
All right, go for it.
Stubby.
10.
Just 10? Nothing else?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. No, bonus. Sorry,
yeah.
attack bonus.
+3.
Okay, 13.
You hit.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
8.
Okay.
+1.
Is there anything else you want to do
9.
with your turn?
I don't think I can.
Okay.
Besides 9 damage.
Okay. Well, you kill him. So tell me how you do it.
So he sees that the captain is there, has him distracted. He lifts his long sword up over his head and tries to shove it down through the top of his head, through his throat, and the rest of his body, like a shish kebab, as far as he can get it.
Yeah. Yeah, you your effective feint and riposte technique, where one of you faints and the other fucking skewers the man, is apparently pretty effective, because this man dies looking straight up at a sword that's coming down.
Oh, God.
Through his face.
At this point, Daffrin's just looking like, oh my god. Like he's
Mock just takes his hand off the sword, stares at him.
He's
puts
edging
both
right
of
now.
them behind. He's like,
Oh my god.
Daffy, you just cooked a man alive.
he doesn't think anything he does is special at all. He's just like, oh my god, Mock just did that one. Like he's just fangirling
your
right
idol.
now.
That's true. That's true.
Captain kind of dusts himself off and looks at Mock and goes, you're lucky I loosened him up for you.
Very
Mock
nice.
looks over at the captain and says, luck has nothing to do with it.
So again, I'll just go over what's in this room. There's 2 doors on the east side. There's the stairs that go back up. There's like a cook stove area, and there's 10 beds, each with a wooden locker at the foot of them.
So I'm still hiding behind Francis on the floor.
I think we're actually just spooning at this point.
Yeah.
I want to heal myself.
It's like Scooby and Shaggy. We're just like.
I want to cure
Scared.
my wounds a little bit.
Sure.
However I do that.
So I poke my head up from behind Francis's back, and are they all dead?
It appears so for right now. And then he's gonna slap his hand on Francis, his back, and cast a cure wounds on him.
Much
All right.
appreciated.
I think it's a 1d8.
Ooh, okay.
So is the
So how much are you healing
spell
me for?
attack the modifier?
No, for cure wounds, it's a little more specific. It's like D8 plus.
Your spellcasting ability modifier.
So that'd be wisdom for a cleric.
So +4. So,
So
11.
JP, how much health did you lose?
I am currently at 6 health.
How much health did you lose, like overall?
5.
Oh, then you're back to full health. I healed you 7 plus.
Overall, I think I'm up at like 13 or 14, but yeah. So 7
sorry.
health?
So plus my spellcasting modifier, right?
Sure.
So that's 12 health.
12.
It's both of them. Is there anything in this room that interests you, or do you want to move on?
Okay, so now that I'm healed, Francis immediately is starting to look around. His eyes go right back to the ham.
Okay.
Francis wants the ham.
Yeah. It's attached to the ceiling by like some twine.
I would like to check and make sure that it's not
Trapped
rotten.
ham. No, it's not rotten. It smells pretty good.
Okay. No, he just wants the ham.
Okay, yeah.
How do they prepare the ham?
Dude, I don't know
Is
how.
Is it nice honey
It's
goes on it?
No, it's
smoked ham.
No, it's dry aged.
It's a
How many
smoked ham.
months?
Dry age,
keep it.
sous vide. Plastic doesn't exist in this era, but
Sous vide.
what?
It's sous vide.
Yeah,
You said sous vide.
I did.
In this world, it is sous vide. You pronounce the S.
Dr. Seuss
So
V.
For the
it's fantasy sous vide. But no, it's fantasy. If
sous
they don't have
videing
plastic, so they just boil it.
I guess.
It's circulated water.
So
it's a smoked ham.
Okay, so I
boil it in a
take like a
burlap
good
bag.
full size ham, right?
Yeah, it's the comical like Looney Tunes like
Yeah,
big old ham hock. Yeah,
So
give me an athletics check.
Oh, all right. We'll see how this goes.
You're like a cat on Thanksgiving
15.
when the ham
All right,
crushes
yeah.
you.
So with a heavy ripping, you tear down the metal bracket that was holding this ham in place because you don't give a shit about the twine holding it up. Whatever you wanted to do.
Okay, so immediately I'm gonna just take this big ol' bite out of it. Oh, hey! Who is to be wanting some ham?
Tougher than you expected, but quite good.
Yeah, it's delicious. So, who is to be wanting some ham?
Even in the game, Francis is eating in the mic.
Is it a ham plus one?
This is meta. It's a +1 ham, yeah.
If nobody else wants it, he's just gonna put just like take the twine and just like make a little satchel out of it.
Yeah, you can like sling it over your shoulder.
Perfect.
Nick wants to take a peek in these. You said there's 10 beds,
Or 10 beds
The
and
bu-
10 foot lockers.
like just on the floor, bunk beds, or
They're on the floor, like twin size.
so there's not a lot of room for activities.
Correct. You could optimize this space.
All right, so let's start just poking around in these footlockers, see if there's anything good.
You give the lid a try. It's locked.
Not that the captain would know. Actually, he would. I feel like he's got a scrutinizing eye. He kind of looks over at Port and kind of like eyeballs that little key that he found upstairs.
Okay.
I've got the key. He gave it to me.
Oh.
You mean this key? Oh my god, he's a magician too?
The captain is impressed with his ogre friends'
Now we know why you keep him around.
pickpocketing prowess. He doesn't have a +6 in his pickpocketing.
Yeah, so
The captain approves.
sounds like you want to try the key on the on
I
the
was
lockbox?
actually just about to say that. Yeah, I'm like,
It doesn't work.
that looks more like a door key, anyways.
Yeah.
Better not be bashing in any doors anytime soon. So, next plan, we're going to take our. Let me see here. Let me just make sure this is the best plan.
Big meaty claw and smash the chest.
Well, I do have thieves' tools,
Yes.
so I
I would
assume that
love to see
includes.
him try to fiddle with these lockpicks.
I assume that includes lockpicks.
Yes. So whenever you want to pick a lock in this, it used to be like a sleight of hand check or something like that, but now it's a tool proficiency check with thieves' tools. So you add your proficiency modifier and your dex modifier.
I'm also going to put guidance on his back and give him an extra D4 to that ability check.
Great choice.
So, what does that check against?
You take your dexterity modifier, add your proficiency bonus,
Oh.
and then add a D4 since he gave you, and then roll a D20.
Where's my proficiency bonus for the tools?
So proficiency, you said it was Dex plus something else.
Dex plus your proficiency.
Okay,
modifier.
+2. Okay, I got
Yeah.
you. I got you. So that gives me a net 0, and then it's a
And then he gives
D20.
you- yeah, a D20
for
plus a
dexterity.
D4.
What?
Oh, that's great.
D20's got a 10, and then the D4 from guidance gives me a 3, so 13.
Excellent. So that guidance actually makes the difference because
Good man, bud.
you're like sweating, you're feeling the heat, and then you feel a warm hand on your back guiding you. And it's like the scene from Ghost with Patrick Swayze where he's like he comes around and like helps your hands. And you make it. You open the first one, and once the first one's open, all of them are easy now. So you can get all 10 of these things open.
Cool. What does Big Nick find in the first chest?
Each has a coin purse that holds 7 gold each. So
Okay, and there's 10?
there's 10 of them. So you get 70 gold
Cool.
in 10 pouches and 10 pouches of 15 silver pieces. So,
Wow.
What does that do?
it's a kind
That's money.
yeah.
Well, I know it's money, but like, how do I count that? Oh, no.
Both of them.
Dumbass can't count past both of them.
Can you do that in the
I'm sorry. I did not realize
We got
that.
one silver piece. Got both of them silver pieces.
What happened?
Got both of them. We got both of them.
Okay, Big Nick is banned from being the party
No.
treasurer.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that silver pieces were counted separately from gold.
Yes.
So I see that now. It's SP.
Yeah, it's like 1/10 of a gold. I don't think that's technically correct.
Doesn't
I think there's
matter.
electrum
So are you just pocketing all the
in
money?
between.
So how many silver pieces you said?
70 total, or
70
150
gold
total.
150 so 70 gold, 150 silver.
Okay,
Total.
so that is a nice, easy, divisible by 5 number.
Sure is.
So I'm dividing up evenly.
All right.
Can Big Nick divide? Can he do long division?
All right, roll to invent long division. Just kidding. You know what?
So
Hey
how
guys,
much
I
do
have
we
an
get?
important announcement. I have 69 gold pieces.
Oh, I deleted the
All right,
app.
we're done. Podcast is done. We won the internet.
So how much do we get?
Everyone gets 14 gold and 150 divided by 5, 30 silver.
Very nice.
So that's 7 boths of gold.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are
17?
some weapons on the ruffians that attacked you as well.
How much silver do we get?
30.
30.
30.
15 boths.
Thanks.
And then weapons on the bad guys.
We created a new maths.
A pair of scimitars, a longbow, I should have had that up. Had that pulled up when I when I said it. Let's see. Short sword. So okay, in total, a longbow, a short sword, 2 scimitars, and 2 light crossbows, as well as 2 suits of leather armor, and 3 suits of leather armor.
Nick calls dibs on a scimitar.
All right.
I would like one of the short swords.
Okay.
Or the short sword, I guess.
Yep.
Daffron's got a trident, a spear, and a mace. He doesn't need any more weapons.
Yeah.
Currently.
Big Nick now has 1 rune skimian in his inventory.
All right. What is your attack level right now?
You want to draw on like crayon runes?
I don't know.
It'd be 40.
Oh, ha.
Oh wait, no, I do have. I might take one of those light crossbow
You got it.
because I have proficiency with that.
Is the longbow dex or strength?
Dexterity.
Captain's gonna take that long bizzle
Yeah, you got it.
and one
it's-
the other light cross bizzle.
All right.
So Nick's already got leather armor. There's no advantage in the other suit, is there?
No, it doesn't appear to be magic or anything like that.
It's basically the same thing.
You were saying something about the bow. I've cut you off.
That's right. It's a different damage dice than the short bow, but
Probably
different
a D8?
yeah, a D8, and I think it's longer range.
Would a
which,
light crossbow
yeah, we can do
be a hand crossbow?
that. No, it is a simple
Okay.
martial.
Oh, there it is.
Or simple ranged.
Awesome. Then I'm gonna drop my spear in the room
Okay,
and then have my crossbows just so.
you got it.
You know what? It doesn't look like I have armor. I could be wrong about that. Will you mind doing a fact check for me?
Yeah, same here.
You are not proficient with armor.
Sure.
Yeah, so
I will take one of those leather armors though.
you can wear it, but you'll have disadvantage on a few things.
Okay. Yeah, then.
Okay.
I'll pass.
I'll take one of the. I got proficiency in all.
Yeah, you got it.
Does that add any to my AC or?
If you like press and hold your armor class, it'll let you choose what armor you're wearing.
Okay, I was going to say, I think this is wrong because it says I have 12, but I'm using scale mail, which should be a 14.
Set you to. Yeah.
I'm up 1 AC.
Is your dex minus anything?
No.
It may not be like selecting properly.
Oh, because it says I have light padded. Okay, so I probably didn't have as many hit points lost. Oops.
May have made a difference.
16 armor class.
There you go.
Oh, dang.
So I say there's no way I should have a higher AC than you. That was weird.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go through the door
Sorry,
first.
do you have any more cure wounds?
Yeah. I'll use one on you.
Thanks, Bubs.
So there are 2 doors on the east side of this room, in addition to the like the cook stove.
So at this point, Francis is going to go over to Big Nick, and I'm going to like do a quick little aside conversation with him.
Okay.
Nick, I am to be wanting to be talking to you.
Go for it, big bud.
All right. After to be having this experience, I am not to be wanting to be in this house any longer. I am to be thinking we should find decentral support and work on trying to be blowing it up.
I agree wholeheartedly. Question. What kind of explosives do you have, Francis?
He whips out his satchel of the liquor-soaked moss, as well as he explains his chromatic orb spell, which it is a fireball essentially.
Cool.
So long as nothing, no shenanigans happen, we can actually set off a decent-sized explosion with this.
Okay.
Do any of the rest of us ever hear this?
We're whispering.
Go ahead and make a perception check for anybody that wants to hear.
I want to see if I hear that.
That's a 2 without a modifier, so I'm going to say
probably
probably
not.
not.
Yeah, you're like screaming still,
6.
right?
Yeah, Captain got a 5.
I got a 24.
Oh dang!
You heard everything.
Yeah.
So now that we're aware that you're listening in, but we don't know
we're
that.
probably not aware.
Well, at least we've determined that you're listening in, but we don't know
We,
that.
the players, are aware.
Are we wanting to be discussing this with the others? I am to be guessing that the captain does not want to be blowing up the house just yet.
Yeah, I would say we should be ready to blow the house up. We shouldn't go for it just yet, but we should make preparations.
Are we wanting to be going through one of the doors to find the central support?
That'd be a good idea.
All right.
That'd be a very good idea. Nick wants to look around. There was some rope that was hanging the ham. So I'd like to find some more rope because you still have some alcohol left, don't you?
I do have a half a pint of green spirits as well as 50 feet of rope.
Oh, okay. I don't need to look for rope. So Francis has a fuse
I do.
so that we can run away and then set it remotely. That's all. That's what I wanted. Yeah, so I don't need to look for rope. Never mind.
Okay.
Big Nick still, you can still smell the shit coming out of his pants because I rolled so poorly on that that wisdom save there. But I'm like, you know what? I might be scared shitless, but I want to get this done. Let's go through one of these doors. And I pick a door and go through, and I'll let DJ Skinny Penis choose which door I go through.
You got left and right, so if you want to leave it up to the dice,
I have a coin.
choose it. Yeah, there you go. You can choose an even numbered dice, and then say one is left, 2 is right.
Mark
is
is
a
going to
heads.
follow him
Okay,
regardless.
Left. Okay. So not paying attention to what the doors say or anything like that.
Wait.
You walk into, unlike the barracks, this small room holds comfortable furnishings and appears to be well cared for. A comfortable looking bed in the northwest corner has a wooden locker at its foot. A small wooden table stands against the east wall with a padded leather chair beside it. On the table, a brass 3-branch candlestick with 3 burning candles provide the room with bright light. The candles, though not fresh, are far from spent. Under the table is a small wooden box and an unlit bullseye lantern with a movable shutter over the lens. On a shelf above the table sit 3 books. In the northeast corner is a closed wooden wardrobe.
All right. Francis wants the lamp.
So Big Nick, you're first in there, so you have reactionary rights,
Nobody,
so to speak.
no one in the room.
No one in the room.
Okay, I'm opening the wardrobe,
Okay.
hoping for another universe in there.
It's Narnia. So you jump in.
You got the joke.
You find a
Shut up,
fancy floor-length oilskin coat.
Nice. I'm gonna add that to my costume in my entertainer's pack
yeah.
or just the thieves pack.
I think it's a fantasy trench coat.
Oh my! No, it's not.
That's
A fantasy duster?
Is there
fantasy
also?
duster.
Do I also slightly hear in the distance pumped up kicks?
Oh god.
It's got
We went
fantasy
there,
leather
didn't we?
fringes.
Oh god. Yeah, I think
Tassels.
this is like a sailing coat that's supposed to keep like the sea spray off of you.
Sea dirt.
Sea dirt.
Sea Joe dirt.
No, you remember when he was in the bed and it was sea dirt, and you're like, "Don't ask me what sea dirt is," because he was so dirty. He's like the nice light white linen bed, and he gets up and his outlines in dirt. Sea dirt. Don't ask me what sea dirt
Oh
is.
my god, yeah.
Is there any other sorted clothes in the closet?
No, that's the
That's the only thing?
Literally the only thing in there.
no. That's the only thing in there. The oilskin coat does have numerous pockets, and it is trimmed with iridescent green silk.
Ooh. Is there anything in the pockets?
Why? I'm glad you asked. They're empty.
Yes, there is
Does
nothing.
it fit Big Nick?
Yes.
Wow. Nice.
It goes down to about like the back of your knees if you put it on.
Oh, that's perfect.
All right. Well, I usually don't like wearing shirts, so I'm just gonna put this in my pack.
All right.
I thought ogres had lots of layers.
We're better at taking layers off than we are putting them on.
Captain's sporting a partial, but he's not going to see.
See that type of performer?
Daphne's gonna look over at Mock and be like, "What does that mean?"
It means I have a +5 to performance.
Mark says, "You'll learn one day."
Daphne shudders.
Captain's looking at these books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you can take a look through the books. The first one is a volume of erotic poetry, fully illustrated.
Captain's chub is a little
Getting
more
a little
erect
harder
now.
to hide. The second one is a naval almanac, listing tide times for the area of coast around Saltmarsh.
Bigger chub.
Chub's a little less now. It's a little more flaccid, but
And the third one is a religious dissertation concerning the demigod Eus and its minions.
Full hard on.
Daphne's gonna pick up that one.
Okay. Give me a religion check.
19.
Okay. So you know that Eus is the demigod, sort of the patron demigod of hobgoblins. So only somebody who is a hobgoblin or is interested in learning more about them and like their culture would probably look at this. So that's what you get.
I will put that back.
Okay.
After I kind of skim through it, be like, there's no pictures, and then just kind of put it on the shelf.
So you flip through it.
Yeah.
As you like kind of flip through, a piece of paper falls out. You catch it, and it's a sheet of parchment featuring a few simple words and phrases in the common tongue and their equivalents in a language you think to be Goblin. The words in common on the left are stop, fight, lift, come, and so forth.
Captain's
I
already
tried
been
not to
there.
pause on it.
Was that with a U or an O and E?
Up to interpretation,
man.
U
would
G H
Stop,
T.
fight, lift, come, and then what?
and like others. There's some others.
Okay.
Just like simple commands.
Mock asked him what he found over there.
So I found this weird piece of paper. It says it looks like to be just simple commands. I can't make heads or tails of it. Why don't you check it out, Mock?
Commands, eh? I know a thing or two about commands. Okay, so now do I have the knowledge of what's on the paper?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
cool.
Yeah.
And scene.
Does anybody speak Goblin?
I speak
have-
thieves can't.
So I speak that as well. I speak Orc. Or Ogre, according to the captain.
I speak Elvish, Orc, and Dwarvish.
Okay.
I went with just humanish and dwarvish because I know the captain.
There you
I have one extra language, but
You haven't written it down yet.
I'm not using
no
that.
extra
You
language.
want it to be goblin.
No, I don't want it
Okay.
to be goblin because I feel like that's too convenient. right
Okay,
now.
what do you want it to be?
Fuck, I'll just do dwarvish.
Okay. Okay.
Wait. We all speak Dwarvish, so we could quite literally be having conversations in public.
Yeah, just fully in Dwarvish.
Yeah, and he and I can talk to each other in Orc.
Yeah.
Nice.
That ties in though, because I mean, we speak in Orc for our shows.
Yeah, true.
My one song is actually written in Orcish language.
But you went to Wonderwall and Workforce tonight?
It actually, the original is in Orcish.
So, do you know what's
Captain,
hilarious about our previous interaction, though? We were speaking in common.
Captain, you realize that taking a look at these books, they are easily worth like 10 gold each.
So
they-
Captain's
they're
gonna
pretty solid
pocket the
books.
naval one. Let's see. He gave gold to you guys last time, so he chucks the erotic poetry kind of over to Wunderbar, and as he like lets the book go, it kind of like lingers his hand a little bit on Wunderbar's paw.
Okay. Nice.
Well, I don't think. I hope you don't expect me to be selling this.
Yeah, so Francis is currently looting around the room. He immediately went for the lantern because... okay, Sal, would you say there's any fuel still left in it?
Yeah, make 2 investigation checks for me.
2 investigation checks. Okay.
By the way, I put that in my inventory as porn from the captain.
Captain porn.
This is an unprofessional working relationship.
We are childhood friends, after all.
So we've got a 12.
Okay.
And we've got a 21.
All right. Yeah, you nail it. So, looking at this lantern, apparently Francis knows his lanterns because you can instantly tell that this lantern is only used infrequently. This is not a well-used lamp, so it still looks pretty new, but it's got some
excellent.
dust on it.
Sure.
It is a bullseye lantern, usually used to signal something. And then as you're reaching under there, you sort of like turn your head as you're reaching under the desk, and you see what looks to be a hidden compartment underneath the bottom of the desk.
Yes. So he's going to try to open it. Is there any locks on it?
There is no lock,
Okay.
but you find a spell book.
Ooh. Oh. All right. I was gonna say, is there any particular spells that it grants me access to, or is it just a tome?
I will read to you what
Fantastic.
spells are in it. It has 3 cantrips,
Okay.
4 first level spells, and 2 second level spells. So
Wow.
I can read those all now, or if you want them later.
Yeah, we'll discuss that during our intermission.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, the only thing we have not addressed, there's a wooden box in the corner. Oh, under the table next to the lantern.
Well, Francis is already down there, so
Yeah, I mean,
does Francis try to open that too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because now that he's found this, he's starting to get especially handsy.
Yeah, you find 12 candles.
Oh,
No joke.
perfect.
12.
In the wind.
12 candles.
1,000 candles in the
Flint
wind.
and steel,
Oh, perfect.
and a piece of parchment detailing a method of communication with a ship.
Okay, so real quick, let me write that down. So 12 candles,
Yep.
a flint and steel,
Yep.
and what was the last one?
A piece of parchment detailing a method of communicating with a ship.
Oh,
So do you promptly burn that, seeing if it makes pretty colors?
Absolutely not. No. So Francis is intrigued by the art of anything that involves flames. So in this, it just seems for him, it seems like more of a way to develop skills.
Yeah, and I guess I'm gonna ask another investigation check.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot of investigations.
Let me reroll that. That was on an edge. That was a 17.
Okay. Yeah, you can pretty easily make sense of this method of communication. It's sort of like Morse code, a mix of long and short signals using the lantern to signal to a ship.
Okay.
You identify 3 commands. Is it safe? Then the return signal is everything safe, and then the third signal is ready to unload. Come to
Okay.
the ship. So that's what you get.
Beautiful.
Just for shits and giggles, Captain's gonna blow out these candles.
Okay, it's dark in here.
But I think Francis and I'll be all right.
Yeah, we can still see.
I've got dark vision too.
I think we all have dark vision.
Except for me. I'm over here at Pat
You guys need to
Francis on
check
the
your dark
head
vision
and
privilege.
kind of swinging around, smack the captain.
It's not. It's like dim light because there's still the torches in the room right behind
Yeah,
you.
so the lot of us can see just fine.
This is like a 6x6 room. Like it's not big by any means.
So how do we all fit in there is the question.
I don't know. I don't want to know. It's a lot of nut to
Francis is on my shoulders.
butt. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
vertically.
Or since I was crawling around the table, are you on my shoulders?
No, you're still on my shoulders.
Oh wow, okay.
It doesn't make any sense. Spatial awareness is not our strong suit.
Could I investigate that closet a little more?
Sure. Go and roll an investigation for me.
Hold on. Sorry. I got a 16.
You're feeling around the back. You're looking for hidden compartments or any kind of like, seams or anything like that. You just don't find anything.
Ah, darn. Okay.
Does he then proceed to come out of the closet?
No, he stays in the closet for the remainder of the campaign. For risk of losing saving face.
Mock mentions we should probably try the other door.
Okay. Mock, you step in front of the other door. The word danger is scrawled on the door using chalk.
He looks around at everybody and says, "This one looks like fun," and pushes it open and goes in.
Who
It
is
has
this
a
Dan
wooden
Gurr?
bar across it. Do you want to remove that and push your way through?
Yes.
You can. Light spilling in from the large room behind you barely shows that the chamber is only about 12 feet across. 12 feet across, and the corners are filled with shadow. What little you can see is dingy and dirty.
Okay, so I move into the room. Does anyone follow behind me?
The only one without night vision.
Yeah, Daffrin will follow behind you because he's thinking about that lift that just happened. And he's going to mention to Mock again. He's like, hey, Mock, that thing that we saw, it said lift in there. And we just lifted that wooden... Because there was a beam, right, against the door, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I have everybody roll initiative, please?
Oh, shit. This is the fight part. God.
Yeah. 19.
19.
6.
13.
Big Nick has a 15. Wait, I'm sorry. No, I don't.
Oh, yeah, we got pluses.
You have a 0.
I have a 13.
Still a
Also
19.
13.
Captain got an 8.
8.
Rolling like shit tonight.
That's why you got to keep rolling. Eventually, the dice gives you good stuff.
Okay, who got that 19?
I did.
Alright.
Mac.
Who got 113?
That was Francis.
Francis.
Nick also has 13.
Okay.
Daffrin has a 6.
6. And Captain got an 8.
Yeah, Captain got an 8.
Excellent. Let me pull up this real quick because we love combat.
I was going to say, I need to take a pause.
Okay. And before we figure out what the danger in these dark corners are, let's take a quick break.
Dun, dun, dun.
Truly.
That's not as horrible as I was expecting.
All right! He's tried his first natty bow, and he doesn't hate it.
It's honestly not terrible.
We can keep him.
Now you have to put some Old Bay on that. That's a real one.
right.
Baltimore Martini, boys.
So
Yep.
good.
Is that actually good?
It's really good. I love Old Bay. Like, well, if it's just rimmed, it's okay. Don't stop.
What's the matter?
He picked that one up from Ned Snake
You too old
Shaft.
to give your dad a good night rim job.
Captain was not prepared.
Well, at least we recorded that one.
From 0 to 60 real
So
quick.
initiative.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one thing that we wanted to discuss is it was explained to me what the spells were in that spell book. Would you like to read those out for me?
No.
No.
Because you are in danger right now. Speaking of boning, there are 6 skeletons in this room that are hungry for flesh. Your flesh. Rods. So, yeah, we've rolled initiative. Mock, you're at the top of the order. There are 6 skeletons in each corner slowly rising from their slumped resting spots.
Do any of these skeletons own a roller coaster? I want to
None
get
of
off.
them are Mr. Bones.
But we are going on a
You
wild
are about to
ride.
go on a wild ride.
I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride.
Well, that's just too damn bad now, isn't it?
All right, I think there's something I can do. I need to find out. Turn undead.
Yeah, channel divinity.
Is that what it is?
I believe so. It should be.
Is Mock about to lead them in the thriller dance? Is that what I'm hearing?
Channel divinity should be. Turn undead. There you go. It's right here.
All right, I'm going to do turn undead because that's what clerics do.
Sure.
Okay.
What do they need to roll?
I don't know.
How about you read it for us?
Okay, as an action, you present your holy symbol. Okay, so I hold up my holy symbol, which is a big fist.
Okay.
Not the one from the half elf.
Right.
No,
Each
because that
one-
was pushed off of a cliff.
Sure.
Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Okay.
If it fails, it's turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Okay.
Turn creature must spend its turns trying to move away.
Okay.
And it can't willingly move to space within 30 feet of you.
Okay.
Can't take reactions. And it can only use dash. Dash.
Dash.
Yes, dash.
Gotcha. So 4 of them appear to be steeled in the face of you presenting the holy symbol, while 2 of them appear to like rile back and then like attempt to move away, but you're like kind of blocking the entrance, so they're not willingly moving towards you, so they move to their corner.
And then I'm going to take a bonus action
All right.
because I still have some of those left, and I am going to swing the hell out of my sword.
Okay. Roll a hit, please.
See, now I have this great vision
13.
of he goes to chase one
13
of them, and they
hits.
all scurry.
Go and roll your damage.
Ooh, that sucks. 4.
Yeah, you do a little bit of damage, but even as you swing your sword and make contact with this skeleton, you feel like you should have done more damage. You see that. Excuse me. They have some sort of metallic compound that's been like spread over the bones, and when you hit it, it seems to take the impact of the damage and lessen it, and then with the impact of your weapon, it appears to kind of like flake off and maybe no longer be effective. Next up is Francis.
All right, so Francis, still very excited about his new spell acquisition. He is going to cast a Ray of Frost at, I would say, one of the skeletons on the far side of the room.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a hit.
Okay. That is a... Sorry, stand by. That is a 9.
Yeah, unfortunately, you tag the back wall next to the fleeing skeleton that you're trying to hit, so it's pretty hard to hit. That means, Nick, you're up next.
Okay, so we didn't do a good job establishing what the room looks like. So
Yeah.
you said it was just a chamber, 12,
So it's a rectangle.
12 by like 8-ish. We'll go with that, I guess. That's rectangular.
I think it actually did say
12 foot by
12
something.
feet across. 12 feet across. Yep. 12 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 by 30. So it's pretty long.
Oh, so it's a big room.
Yeah.
So the lights, only lights coming in from the door, right?
Yep.
Okay, but can Nick see? Because is it dim or is it like dark?
You have light spilling in from the back, so it's dim.
Okay, can I see all the way to the back of the room then?
Yep.
Because this app crashed. There we go. Maybe. Nope. Sorry.
So you tell me what you want to do, and we can go from there.
I just need to see. So I noticed as he hit that skeleton that metal stuff flaked off, and I'm like, that doesn't look like it's supposed to be like that.
Okay.
So I just, before I take a main action, I want to look around. I want to make sure, I want to quickly scan the room to see if there's anything that can help us with these skeletons, or at least maybe even something that can clue me into why they have metal on their bones.
Make a perception check.
Doesn't that count as an action?
It does.
Okay.
-3.
Did you just crit fail? Yeah. It's a -2.
Oh boy.
All right. Well,
I stabbed my own eyes out.
integer overflow, so it's actually a very good result. No, you look around and you think maybe you see something in the corner, like two of the skeletons are like staying in the corner, like running for their lives, but you think maybe you see something else in the corner near them.
I have a bonus action, so before we move on, remind me, so turn undead, it says they can't do anything until they take damage?
Yes.
So when we attack them, they re-engage then?
Yes.
And only 2 of them are affected by this. The other 4 are still hot in pursuit.
I thought you said 4 were running away and 2 were.
Nope. 4 of them pass. They're steeled. They're good. 2 of them try to run.
They bitch
Son
off.
of a bitch.
Don't worry. I got
Okay,
this.
I'm going to use my bonus action to hide behind Mock.
All right, you can do it, Captain.
All right. Captain is looking to even the scoreboard a little bit because Mock's 1 ahead of him.
Got something to prove.
He notices that he also notices that Mock has taken the armor off of one of these skeletons. So he kind of like uses the captain kind of like springboards off of Mock's shoulders and goes for like a backstab onto this one that's got a newly exposed skeleton shoulder bony.
Okay. Roll a hit.
God bless America. That is a 12.
12 just misses this skeleton. Sort of like made more limber by relieving it of its like built up whatever this metallic dust was on it. It dodges out of the way of your attack.
All right. Captain is going to use a cunning action to dash closer to one of the fleeing skeletons.
Okay. Since you're dashing away away from the one you're engaged with, it will take a reaction against you.
Ah, fuck.
Damn.
Go ahead and do it.
Oh, you can as a bonus disengage if you'd prefer to do that.
Oh, that's true.
Which means he would not get an attack.
We will disengage as our cunning action.
Yeah, and you can move up to the one that's running away.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right. Next, Daffrin.
Daffrin is going to he's going to run up to that one that the captain tried to attack, and he's also going to make an attack against it.
Okay.
He's going to bring up his mace, and he is going to hold on, let me check my strength real quick.
It should be all included in your 2-hit underneath the weapon.
Oh, so I have a proficiency of +2, so that's a 14 then that I just rolled instead of a 12.
Okay. Yeah, you hit.
You should be able to add strength to that too.
Strength was a 0.
Okay. Yeah, so you hit. Roll your damage.
Ooh, 3 damage.
You turn the skeleton into dust.
Oh.
You hit it and it just crumbles. Mock, you're covered in bone dust.
Yay.
Davern, is that your turn?
That will end my turn, yeah.
Okay. There are 3 angry skeletons and 2 running skeletons. First one will got Mock hit 17. Captain a 18, and then Daffrin a 15.
Damn. Yeah.
Okay. I'll do counterclockwise. So, Captain, you take 4 damage. Daffrin, 4 damage. Mock takes 3. You see since you were looking around, you're the first to see it. There's a dim blue light illuminating a rectangle in the back right wall of the room, and mist starts to pour from cracks in what appear to be a secret door. You hear sort of indistinct like groaning and clattering of other bones. Back top of the round, Mock. Nice. All right, we'll skip your turn. Francis, you're up. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Mike.
So the next skeleton that's not running, and 1 minute is 1 round, right?
1 round is 6 seconds.
Oh, okay.
In Lore Editions.
So he's going to go for the next one that is not fleeing.
Okay.
11.
Unfortunately, yeah, you swing wide. Francis.
So Francis is going to follow suit because clearly the melee attacks actually seem to be doing something. So he's going to charge the closest engaging skeleton.
Okay.
And whack him with his quarterstaff.
Okay.
With a 17.
Yeah, you're going to hit. Go and roll your damage.
That's a 3.
Okay, so where you observed the sword kind of like impact and
quarterstaff. But
no, where you saw the sword impact, it was lessened by the by that sort of like dust.
Oh, right.
This quarterstaff appears to like kind of break that. So you do a significant amount of damage to the skeleton.
Is he still standing?
He is.
Okay.
Next is Nick.
Okay, I'm not doing any more perception checks.
Okay.
Just 3. So
I'll do history checks this round. Thank you.
I feel like that'd be worse.
I'd like to.
it appears that these skeletons were used in the hit movie Gladiator.
I knew it. Russell Crowe? Is that you?
They're the ones that didn't make Jason and the Argonauts, and they're just bitter the whole time.
Yeah.
Damn skeletons.
Deep cut.
Oh man! All right, Big Nick doesn't know what else to do, so he's gonna pull out his brand new scimitar,
All right.
and I'd go after the one that Bolf just hit.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay, well that's a 19 without proficiency, so I think that's good enough.
Yeah, you hit. Go and roll your damage.
And that is
D6.
D6. 2
Don't you have a plus?
Plus your strength.
plus 2. 4.
Yeah, you destroy it.
Nice.
So it also turns into dust in front of you. Captain, there are 2 angry hostile skeletons and 2 fleeing skeletons.
Captain is going to maintain his position by his freaked out one.
Yep.
He's going to rear back an arrow on his new longbow and take a shot at one of the engaging ones.
Excellent. Go and roll to hit. That's a crit, boy. Go ahead and roll your damage dice twice. So 2d8.
Sweet.
And your modifiers.
2.
Wait, that's a... Shit, it's a D10. I'm an amateur.
Knobhead.
Dumb.
He's not used to rolling damage. Give him a break.
You hit the skeleton in the heart.
What?
Damn, dude.
Thank you.
The heartbone.
All right, so that is a 15. Ooh. Do I get sneak attack since I'm hidden in the shadows?
It might be engaged with somebody else. I don't know. Regardless, you blow it up.
Ooh.
So this arrow also appears to ignore whatever this protection is. So you cleanly like shoot the head off of the skeleton. Just the impact of the arrow just knocks the skull right off, and then the rest of the body just
Nice.
falls into a crumble of bones.
Captain will take note of that. Captain will remember that.
Daffrin, you're up. There is 1 hostile skeleton and 2 running
Oh,
ones.
Captain's log.
This for a telltale game.
Daffrin will remember that.
Stardate 4289. Captain's log.
I guess he's just gonna run up and just mace the other guy
All right.
as well. See what happens.
Bear
Bear mace.
That's a 19.
Skeleton mace.
Yeah, it's gonna
19
hit.
to hit.
Go and roll your damage.
2 damage.
Okay.
Wait. Hold,
No,
so
did you have a plus?
I have a +2 proficiency.
It doesn't. Yeah,
So
unfortunately,
that's for the hit, right?
just to hit.
okay,
yeah.
cool. Then yeah, just making sure. Yeah,
Just
we're good
2.
then. Yeah, just
Okay.
1d6. That's just 2
So
damage.
you do 2 damage, but as it is like sort of impacting the skeleton, you notice that the dust does not like affect the impact of your weapon. So you hit and it does exactly as much damage as you think it would do. So not bad. So it's still standing. However, you have angered this skeleton. But doesn't really matter because he misses anyway. However,
You spooked him.
a hunched corpse wearing a pointed hat, dressed in a robe embroidered with mystic symbols, crosses through the hidden door. Thin wisps of beard float from its bony jaw. It raises a finger, tracing arcane symbols in the air. In a hoarse voice, it speaks. Secrets found and lost, then found again. Your paltry minds cannot fathom them.
Yet another log graces Big Nick's pants.
That's a captain's log. Okay. So
Seaman's log.
he will. I'm not going to make this joke. I'll tell it later.
Do it.
He's going to throw some acid at the closest targets. One would be the captain. The next would be Daffrin. So for the captain, he misses. For Daffrin,
I elect not to get hit.
11. Does an 11 hit?
Damn it, it just hits it.
Okay.
Oh. What's the
6 damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
You feel like the acid sort of like eat away at your skin a little
I
bit.
do I?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, he's tripping now. Oh my god. Bruh.
Okay. Top of the round, Mock.
Okay. Can I attack this new thing that it has appeared?
Absolutely.
Because it looks really dangerous. So I'm gonna do what I do and stab things.
Fuck him up.
Or, yeah, we'll just do stabby.
Okay.
Like maybe a 7.
Unfortunately, yeah, you try to stab at him, but he's got a flowy robe, so you like catch part of his decrepit robe.
And then I got one more bonus action.
Yeah,
So we're gonna try this. 17.
that will hit.
All right, let me remove the bonus action. All right, and damage. Two.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little damage. You gotta start somewhere. Francis, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna take it that Francis didn't really notice the spooky dude come out. So
You had to have noticed.
Francis did not notice the spooky dude that came out. So he's gonna go and target the nearest engaging skeleton.
Okay.
He's gonna go for another wacky whack with the quarterstaff.
Excellent.
That's a crit.
Okay, roll your damage. Roll 2d6 plus your...
That is an 11.
All right. You destroy it.
Nice.
Excellent.
shit.
Oh crap! There's another guy in here.
I just noticed. Nick, you're up.
So there's the other two skeletons are still running away because they're still on the thing. They're scared of his fist.
Correct.
They don't want to get fisted. So spooky, scary, lichen. Wait, lichen? Was that? No, that's moss. Right?
Anyway,
Also like a werewolf?
Corpse magic guy?
Mossanthrop.
He's a
lichen.
corpse.
That was good.
Yeah, he's like some kind of boss skeleton alchemist.
thing.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Big Nick thought about shooting him with the bow, but I have a -2 on that one, so we're going at him with the scimitar again.
All right, you rush up and
Maybe.
I should make these dice a little closer to you.
It is a 9 + 4.
13, I believe hits. Yeah, it hits. Go and roll your damage.
D6. D6 + 2. That is a 7
Very nice.
before
9.
bonus.
So 9 total.
I'm kidding. It's a D6.
Okay. I can't see your dice. I don't know what you have, man.
Sorry.
Okay, it's a 6-sided dice.
I'm trusting you guys. Don't make me regret it.
I'm kidding.
I mean, I could pull
Yeah,
out
it's
the
a
D7
7.
if you really want me to.
Stop.
Please leave now. Captain, you're up.
All right. Captain sees this little bony wizard bitch is engaged with his friends, so he's going to take another pot shot
All right.
from his little corner. Do it for the crits. That is not a crit. That
you
is an
got?
11.
An 11's going to hit. Go and roll your damage.
We got it. Do I get sneak attack with that jank?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, does he get if he's adjacent to
Yeah, you have to. So, I think the wording is. Yeah, don't worry about it for now.
Don't worry about it.
He's
for
still in
now.
the back of the room, so he's 30 feet away.
It has to do with like who's engaging the target you're attacking. And when you're in melee, you just have to have somebody next to you. When you're at range, I don't remember what the exact rules are, but I'm pretty sure it applies here
Okay,
because there's 5 of you and 1 of him.
gotcha. I'm just pulling some Pat Rothfuss bullshit here. To be quite honest. All right.
that's a bad roll.
All right. So that's a 3. That's a 4.
Total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just clipped his little knuckle bone.
That's a. That's my favorite knuckle bone. Okay. Daffrin.
Is he right next to me or she? I'm not going to assume.
It's got a beard.
I mean,
Can't assume.
Can't assume.
Yeah. It's true.
Is Zer next to
It
Daffrin?
can be. Do you
if
want to
I,
move next to
well,
him?
I mean, if I walk away from it, will it get an opportunity attack on me?
I don't think you're engaged with it. So.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to go as far away as I can and
Okay.
then cast my last spell.
Okay.
Or you burn my last spells out because you got me down to 1 health. So
Okay.
I'm going to use Cure Wounds.
All right.
That's a D8 plus 5.
Okay.
9 health back.
So, let me recall. Mock and Captain are both attacking it. You're at range.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in melee.
I'm in melee.
It's both of you. So it's a he, will do some claws at you. That's kind of
Rar.
for
I love you too.
Nick, that's a 12.
Yep.
Mock, that's a 21.
oh,
It's a claws, right? 3 damage for Nick, and 3 damage for Mock. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Mock, you're up. Rebuttal.
I'm gonna try and kill it a lot,
Okay.
and I am going to take. Wait, I used my divine action. Never mind. I'm going to miss.
Alrighty. Francis.
Francis is going to cast a spell from the other side of the room.
Okay.
He is going to cast. I think we're going to go for Ray of Frost again because he really is intrigued by the opposite of fire right now. So yes, I'm going to. That's an 8.
Is not going to hit.
Nope.
Nick.
He's not good with the opposite of
All
fire.
right. Well, Nick's still got his skimitar rocking and rolling. So we're going for the old sword.
All right.
And give me a second.
Whack.
Whack.
That's a 7.
+4, rather.
Well, that's gonna hit.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Sorry, I forgot about the plus.
Yeah, roll your damage.
It's like he died of laughter.
You're a rogue, right?
Yeah.
You have sneak attack?
I should.
Yeah, roll your
But
sneak attack.
I'm
too.
engaged with him, so
Yeah.
do I still get sneak?
You do if you have one other ally engaged on the same target.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So if you
Milk that every chance you get.
I won't remember it every time, but if I see a one that's clear to me, then
Usually you can Dos Equis.
All right. That is a 10 + 2. It's 12 damage.
Can you just say the last number that happens?
That is a 4 + 6
Plus 2.
divided by the square root of math.
how do you destroy this thing?
12 total? That's 6.
Okay, so Big Nick's got his scimitar out, right?
Yeah.
Now, Big Nick, like this, he's floating, right?
Yeah, he's like hovering a little bit.
Okay, because I was going to go for the legs, but that's not going to do anything clearly. So, Big Nick's going to go for the old-fashioned cut him in half.
Okay. I like the idea with like one hand you cut him in the center, severing the spine, and you grab the arm and just slam him against the back wall, and he just yes, it just clatters in a bunch of the other two fleeing skeletons sort of crumble, their magic failing them and them falling apart. There appears to be a couple things on the alchemist.
All right,
Captain
well,
is gonna-
I killed him, so I'm looking first.
Yeah, you reach down in the like tattered robes. You find an empty bag of holding.
All right.
Very nice. Now that the skeletons aren't moving around so much and you can see them, they appear to have a single golden rib bone that appears to be the source of their like sort of magic protection that you were having to fight through earlier. So there's enough gold on them that it's worth 5 gold each. So 6 skeletons, 5 golden rib bones worth 5 gold each.
So if we can divvy that up in 6 gold each.
Yes.
Gold or ribbon?
Well, I mean, we'll have to exchange it first.
6 golden rib bones worth 5 each.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, but we can't just make them gold pieces now.
Right.
We can give them to our accountant, Big Nick.
All right, you're
Big
in
Nick's
charge.
going to put them in his
I'm
bag
not
of
your
holding.
best choice. I'm your only choice.
So Big Nick's going to put them in his bag of holding.
Very nice.
So the bag of holding just goes in my equipment, and then do I, like, how does that work?
So the bag of holding is a magic item.
Right.
You open it up. It's like a TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside
Right.
than the outside. It can hold up. There's dimensions somewhere. I can look that up for you later. But
But it just goes in.
basically anything you want, you can put in there.
Okay, it goes in
and
my
retrieve it.
equipment, so my equipment list is inexhaustible then, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Nice. That's
Almost
perfect for
limitless
me.
stuff.
I can
except
carry-
for living things, because they'll die.
Mock is going to suggest before we go further that we do a little rest and heal up.
Yeah, if you want to pass into the next room, there may be
Yeah, because he came out of
sanctum.
a different room, didn't he?
He did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Daffrin's
so
gonna make his way over to that door.
Yeah.
before Big Nick goes in,
Well,
was that-
Daffrin's going in first.
the only thing he had was the bag of holding, right?
Correct.
Okay. Because you did say alchemist, so
Yes, yeah.
I was looking for the Captain
So-
Stone.
Actually, before we go into the other room,
Okay.
Before Daffrin goes in the other.
fine. Francis wants to take a handful of bone dust.
Okay.
Stop.
You can collect a smattering of bone dust.
A smattering. I will document it as such.
Okay.
Okay, suggestion. Can you also try to light someone on fire?
I'm going
snort
to
it.
proceed to take another smattering of bone dust
Okay.
and use the flintlock on it.
It does not light. Bone dust is not flammable.
We just needed,
Okay.
we just needed that for continuity.
Morpheus, Dorpheus.
But no, wait, I'm not done. I'm not done.
Drinking a 40
I want
in
to
a
drop
basket.
a couple drops of my grain alcohol on the bone dust.
Oh my god.
Anyway, you walk into this next room that appears to be an old, abandoned laboratory, probably belonging to this alchemist. You think you can spend some time like investigating here and maybe get a short rest. I'll describe it really quick as the book commands. A bench runs down the west wall of what seems to be a laboratory. On the bench are jars of powders and liquids and several pieces of chemical apparatus. There's a table against the south wall forming an L shape with the bench. A book is open on the table. Also on the table is a candlestick with a tiny stump of unlit candle still in it, and a variety of other items that, even in the dim light, shine with a warmth of pure gold. One of these objects looks like a human skull. So what catches your fancy?
Captain's gonna go take a look at this open book.
Before the alchemist died, he was reading the book that lies open upon the table. Its title is Ye Secret of Ye Philosopher's Stone. No author acknowledged. You think this book could be worth quite a bit to the right buyer.
Captain's gonna kind of thumb through and see if he can find anything interesting. He's specifically looking for like location of said stone.
Sure. You flip through it quickly. The book is extremely difficult. It's going to take you at least 8 hours to fully study it, and during that time you'll make an Arcana check basically to determine if you can figure out. It's like opening up somebody's like PhD dissertation and like you've never like even heard of the subject. It'd be like, well, you get the idea. It's extremely complicated.
Gotcha. So he's gonna like pocket that, and he's gonna spend a hit die to try and
Okay. Yeah. If you guys want to do your short rest and
heal up some of these.
roll however many hit die you
Before
have.
that, who's hurt? Because I still have 2 cure wounds left.
I've got a couple HP off. I'm only missing 3 though. So
Anybody else?
I'll just use a hit die.
I'm actually not damaged right now, so
That actually healed up.
how
the
does that
captain.
die thing work?
So on your first page, it tells you how many hit die you have. It should be 2
2d8.
right now. Since
I
you're
have
level 2.
2d8.
Yeah. So you can roll up to 2d8, and you get that much health back.
During any short rest?
Yes. And
So-
it's 2d8 plus your con modifier.
Once you roll those, do you not get them back until a long rest?
Correct.
Okay. So I'll do cure wounds on myself.
Yeah.
Which is 5.
So this short rest represents you guys like sitting on the bench,
taking a nap essentially.
taking a short nap, hanging out. I do like that Wizards of the Coast, in their wisdom, decided that hey, you don't have to be sleeping the entire time, so that like, you know, you can actually like keep watch with a reasonable.
Yeah, we're basically just chilling out right now.
Yeah, Daphne would choose to meditate, personally.
And then does Nick need healing?
No, I used a hit dice.
Okay, then I'll cure wounds myself again.
Is there anything else in this room that's of interest?
So I'm immediately intrigued by the chemicals. I want to see if I can identify any of them.
Sure.
Could I assist in that?
Yeah.
What kind of check am I doing here?
There are.
On a short rest, you don't get spell slots back, do you?
It depends on your class, because my character, he gets half of his level in spell slots back.
I thought clerics.
May
got
want to
it back.
Google that. Short rest spell slots. Wizards, land druids, and warlocks recover spells on a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else follows the standard rules since their classes don't have explicit exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, wizards, druids, and warlocks are the only ones who get
So
spell
unfortunately,
slots
you
on
are
short
not
rest.
getting your spell slots
Just wanted to clarify.
back. Yeah, too bad I don't really have any like beneficial spells aside from make the funny boom boom.
Okay, so you're looking at the equipment.
Yes.
You find a set of 5 small discs. They're balance weights.
Okay.
They're worth 5 gold each. And there are 5 of them.
There are 5 balance discs, 5 gold each. Noted.
And the chemical apparatus on the bench is worth 20 gold pieces.
Okay, does it look like the chemical apparatus has anything left in it?
No.
So it's dried up at this point.
Yes.
All right. I am going to look over to or wave Nick over. Nick, may I to be using your bag of holding temporarily?
You can always use my bag of holding.
Francis has no idea what that means, and he proceeds to just grab the apparatus and hand it over to Nick.
Cool.
All right. Chemical apparatus is in Nick's bag of
Yeah,
holding.
just make a note, 20 gold, I think.
There are other objects.
What else is over here on the desk for...
A golden human skull.
I was going
Which
to go for
somehow
that
didn't
one.
take precedence over the chemical apparatus.
I want that.
Well, I mean, obviously, for Francis, the chemicals are more important.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A golden human skull, which you value at about 20 gold pieces.
Nice.
A golden apple, which you value at about 5. A golden rose, which you also value at about 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
It looks like these people were doing experiments with this philosopher's stone in here.
Are we gonna stash the golden stuff in Big Nick's bag of holding?
And speaking of which, on the table you find a stone. Not golden.
I would like to do an Arcana check.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. That is a 16.
You determine that this may, in fact, be the philosopher's stone.
Da-da-da. All right. So immediately I look over to the captain. Captain, I believe this may be what you are to be looking for.
Does it look similar? I guess I wasn't able to like thumb through the book quick enough. All right, so Captain's gonna like grab it and kind of appraise it real quick.
Sure. You quickly determine that yes, in fact, this has some sort of magic to it. Divinity magic is what you would get.
So he's kind of look over at Port. Be like, this seems a little more up your alley, child. What can you make of this for me?
Let me take a look.
Okay.
And what would that? Which?
Do you have identify or detect magic or or a skill?
I don't have identify on me.
Okay.
Skill wise, I have intelligence +1.
So are you asking for like the history?
Yeah, we'll go for history
Philosopher's
then.
Stone? Okay.
Check it out.
I was thinking more like religion since you mentioned divinity, but
Okay.
Oh no, divination. Divination is a wizard school, so it has to do
Gotcha.
with like foretelling the future and like scrying and like peering into the crystal ball to see potential futures. That kind of thing.
Bird signs and
Where
stuff.
are you seeing the skills? I'm a little bit confused.
I'm just talking about like the
Just in general.
D&D skills.
Okay, yeah, understood.
Then yeah, I'll just roll history on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like
Fuck it.
I'll give you the history of philosopher's
Nah,
stones.
it's I thought there was
They
some
turn
other-
stuff to gold.
I'm just gonna kind of look at it and be like, I don't think I don't know how much more I can help you on that one.
we'll
Captain.
retcon that.
It's okay. Cut that shit. No, it's in character. What the fuck is it?
Can I use animal handling on it?
Yes. Please.
Where's that double proficiency
You
to
wrangle that
stonework?
puppy.
Dafford's gonna sit there for a second and he's gonna look around. He's like, wait a minute, where's Snake Guy?
Great question. You haven't seen him since you went down into the cellar. He's gone.
God fucking damn it. You had one job, Mock.
Sorry, that's my fault.
Sorry.
I was gonna say before we indefinitely give this stone over to the captain. I am to be requesting to inspect the stone, if you are not to be minding.
Kind of hands it over.
Okay, I'm going to hold the stone, and I am going to. I don't know what I'm doing with it. I'm just going to like tap it against the table,
Okay.
and see if anything happens.
Captain's whole sphincter clenches.
Nothing happens.
Okay,
And you know nothing happens because you are not attuned to it.
understood. All right. So, Captain, as far as I am to be telling, the only way we are to be utilizing this stone for its true potential is to actually have a member of our group take it and basically focus and wrap their entire beings around the stone so they can actually utilize it. I do not know what your plans are. All I know is that I want to get out of this house.
Can I swallow
volunteer.
this stone?
Captain, you gotta put it way up your butt. You gotta go way up there, Captain. You gotta put it up there, Morty. Tuning does not mean eat it. While I appreciate the enthusiasm.
I mean, Big Nick does have a bag of holding. It's unclear what that bag of holding is.
So at this point, Francis is more inclined to just give it back to the captain, since this is exactly what the captain came here for. He respects that mission just so long as we can accelerate burning this house to the ground.
All right, Big Nick's gonna jump in. I'm gonna grab Francis as he hands the stone back, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, so we talked about you and me. What we talked about?
I assume we're talking in Orcish at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
So
yes.
In Orcish, I say, you know what we talked about with the whole burning the place down thing?
Yes, I am.
Did you find any of those chemicals? Are they explosive chemicals?
Unfortunately, most of the chemicals are to be gone at this point. They are basically inert. We are just working with what I already have on hand.
Okay, so what do we have that's flammable?
So we have the... excuse me. We are to be having the alcohol moss combined with a fire spell. It can make a fairly decent explosion, enough to weaken the supports of this house. The house is still in good shape. As far as I am to be concerned, it's not enough to actually bring the house down, so we need to find something else.
Okay, so if we set a bomb down here,
yes,
as we leave, do you think that's enough if we also light a fire upstairs?
In my personal opinion, we would need to set off the fire upstairs first, just to start weakening the supports, and then we set off the bomb, get the hell out.
What do they want from us to do in this house? Just clear it out?
They want it gone, don't they?
Yeah, the mission was to just do away with the house. I remember getting distinct I remember getting distinct permission from the commissioner lady saying that we are allowed to blow up the house.
I'm not saying anything.
They said deal with it. They didn't clarify what that meant. They just said get rid of the evil.
I mean, it's all on tape.
It is. And I know because I just listened to it this week.
I just love it. Yeah.
They said get rid of the evil.
I remember what I said, and I listened to it pretty recently.
Well,
they said get rid of the evil.
Does Mock hear them talking?
Well, we're talking in Orcish.
I'm going to look over to Mock and be like, Mock, they're talking about blowing up the house.
He looks over at the two of them and says, I don't think that's what the council wanted.
The council got what they wanted. Now we want what we want.
and we were to be given permission to blow up the house.
So then he looks at the captain, and he's still addressing both and Nick, and he says, what we want is to get paid.
Captain kind of nods his head.
All right. Are we going to blow this house up or not?
Oh my god.
Captain, I am to be having a question.
They didn't say we can, they didn't say we can't.
Is there are people who will talk about it and people who will be about it.
Captain, I am to be having a question. Would you to be preferring us holding off on performing these actions before we speak to the council or after we speak to the council?
I think the house has an inherent value far beyond the reaches of these undead cretins. I think we need to be keeping it intact there.
Francis at this point is just kind of like pouting, actually.
And Mock kind of looks at the captain and just kind of nods at him like he did the right thing.
All right. Some approval from Mock. Rare.
But there is one thing that did have Francis curious, which was the attic region above the upstairs region above the kitchen.
Okay.
With party that can actually climb those stairs safely.
Not me.
Yes. I would like to go investigate above the kitchen.
Okay, so you leave the laboratory. You go into the skeleton room. You pass through there. And what waits for you is a wall of people. There are 3 people, bows drawn, held back, and as you enter, a man drops his hand, and 3 arrows come your way.
Oh boy.
Can Mock jump in front of everybody?
After both, yes.
It was nice knowing you, buddy.
2 hit. One does 5, the other does not bad. 4. So, you take 9 damage.
All right.
Shit.
So there are 3 bowmen, 2 ruffians, and there appears to be 1 man in charge who dropped his hand. Behind him, there is a hobgoblin with like mottled brown red fur. Let's roll some initiative. So many combats this session.
We've literally done as many combats as we did in the whole first 3 episodes.
I know more, and honestly, combat's my least favorite part. But okay, let's get some numbers.
Captain got a 17 that time.
Ooh,
Francis got a 6.
Mock got a 12.
Big Nick crit failed.
So did I!
dude, I have
Fucking -2.
Wow.
I have a -1 as well.
Son of a bitch.
Well, we got a -1 and a -2, so we do have an order of operations.
Remind me of PEMDAS. Okay, Daphne, what'd you get?
Crit failed.
Fucking crit fail, so I'm
Minus
at
2.
-2. Or sorry, I'm at -1, sorry.
Still better than Nick.
No, at -1 as well.
Oh, okay. Who has the higher dex bonus? Are you both equal?
Mine's -2.
How are you a rogue with a negative?
So you're tied, whatever.
So now we go to the Secretary of State.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I remember this one. Okay. First is the captain.
First, Nick drops his sword and cuts his own foot off.
Captain's sad because he can't use a sneak attack if he goes first. All right. So we got 3 bowmen, 2
Ruffians.
2 ruffians, and a
Thugs.
partridge in a pear tree.
Partridge.
Take that one from
Festive.
All right.
I can describe the boss. The boss is a tall man with a shaved head and piercing green eyes, and appears to be their leader.
Gotcha. Cobra Dick doesn't appear to be among them, does he?
He is. He is one of the ruffians.
He's one of the ruffians.
That's right.
Should have killed him.
Should have killed me when you had the chance, boys.
Looks
His
so.
voice is totally different.
He looks over at Ned and goes,
I couldn't trust you as far as I could throw you there, worm pecker.
and then he kind of draws his longbow and takes a pot shot right at Ned.
Nice. Two can play that game.
16.
Nice. That's gonna hit. Roll your damage.
Yes, son.
I was waiting for the whiff, honestly.
That is a 7.
Nice. All right. Yeah, you tag him. He's not down yet, but he is hurting. Mock, you're up.
Okay, where's the hobgoblin at?
He is behind the wall of scouts.
Okay, he's just gonna rush in whatever's closest and swing away.
Okay, it's gonna be a scout. I mean bowman. Sorry, I'm mixing up my terms.
13.
You're gonna hit. Roll your damage.
2.
2 to hit.
2 damage.
Oh yeah, you already rolled a hit. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, that was with your sword, right?
Yes.
Okay, you run up and you're cramping his style, so he may struggle getting a shot off. Very nice. Francis.
All right. Let's see here. So he's hurting pretty bad right now. He is going to cast a spell. He is going to. Sorry, stand by 1 second.
I can
All
come
right,
back to you if you need a little more time.
we're not going to do that. All right, I'm just going to. I'm going to use my favorite new spell on the commander. I'm going to use Ray of Frost again
Okay.
on the commander. That is an 18.
That's gonna hit. Roll your
Sweet.
damage.
That is 1d8. So that is 5 damage, and his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Nice. Okay. 5, you said? Okay. It is... We're going to start with the scouts. One with disadvantage is going to try to shoot at you. And misses. The other two are going to... one is going to shoot at you and miss. And then one is going to shoot at Francis. One's going to shoot at the captain. And then one's going to shoot at... Daffrin. Only one hits. Daffrin.
You son of a bitch.
Oh my god, does 8 damage.
So he hits me with a bow?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay.
Next, Ned, furious, is going to run up on the captain.
All right.
This is what the captain wanted.
It's a 13 hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Just hits.
He only does 2 damage, but can I have a Constitution save?
He just got you with the tip.
It's just the tip.
But with the poison, though...
Oh, that's a 20.
Okay, yeah, you're good. So you feel that you feel like a burning as the tip of the blade sort of cuts near your arm, and you feel like a burning heat of a poisoned blade. But your dwarven body is able to stave it off. Even should have had you roll with advantage, but you didn't need it. Next is one of the ruffians will run up and attack Francis since he's casting spells. And 13
That hits.
does 7 damage.
Oh my gosh.
Bye-bye, Francis.
Nope, he's got 1 health left.
No.
Oh, no, he is down. Shit.
Bye-bye, Francis.
Okay, go ahead and make a Constitution save for me.
Who, me?
Yep.
All right. That's 12.
A 12. Okay.
You
You are
summon Exodia.
Francis is knocked back, blood gushing from a wound in his chest. Your life flashes before your eyes.
There were a lot of explosions. And some weird mushrooms from the one time he was behind that bar that he got banned from.
Yeah. You feel an overwhelming urge to just give up on this adventuring thing when you get back to town. We'll cover this in a little bit. But
Okay.
For now, you're just out.
Shit. It's got real.
Daffrin.
All right, so who's closest to Daffrin currently? Or is there...
There was a ruffian ran up on you, and you were shot at by one of the bowmans.
Okay. How close are the other people around to that?
They're, like, tightly packed.
Okay.
They formed, like, a little wall. Like, 3 dudes, and then the leader and the hobgoblin in the back. And then Ned and the ruffian, like, ran out in front to try to, like...
All right. Can I position myself in between Ned and the other guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have any spell slots, so I'm just going to attack the other
Okay.
ruffian. But
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm sorry, I'm going to attack Ned.
Okay.
I'm going to look at him and be like,
Ned is right next to the captain.
Oh.
So you don't have to go back.
oh, okay. I'm going to look at him as I'm swinging. I'm like, I trusted you. And I'm going to hit, I hope, with a 14.
That'll hit.
Okay. With my mace, sorry.
Yeah.
And 1 damage.
You brain Ned. Just cave in the back of his skull as he's turned, ready to, like, stab the captain again. His arm goes forward, but then your mace connects with the back of his head and just drop him like a bad habit. He's dead.
The captain
Ned.
notices
Wow.
dead.
So you know when like you're about to, like when you're gonna go shovel something, but it's like that really
It's just a little too
satisfying like, like it slides in like really easy, but you still feel just like enough. It's gonna go like it's kind of like when you push in the soft spot of like a toddler or something. It's like
Yeah, because we've
Since we all
all
know
done that
that.
before.
yeah, it's easy. It's just-
Just last week I was pushing in the soft
Yeah.
spot of a toddler's head.
Yeah, he's dead. Ned drops. So, Nick, you're up next.
Okay. So Ned's dead. We have another ruffian engaging Mock.
I believe so.
Then we have 3 archers.
3 archers.
And Green Eyes and a hobgoblin.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. tell me if I can do this. So, bonus actions reset on a short rest, right? Or how does that work? Because you use a bonus action for...
You can use them, like, you as a rogue have the ability to use your bonus actions during your turn in special ways. So, like, you
Mine's
can use...
dash, disengage, or hide.
Yeah, those aren't limited. Like, you
Oh,
don't have X per day. You can do that anytime.
Every round I can dash or whatever.
Yeah, so during your round, you get a standard action, you get a bonus action, and you get your movement.
Okay, so dash basically just means I can move farther than I would be normally able to.
Yeah, so
So-
in your turn, you can move and take a bonus action to dash.
Okay.
And then you can attack.
So here's what I'm thinking about, right? So, leader, a hobgoblin. I don't like what they're doing.
Okay.
So I'd like to go straight up linebacker here
Okay.
and try to just dash through the line of the archers.
Yeah.
Just buckle down and run through them. Mm-hmm. Can I use that for a bonus action? That'd be my
So-
main action.
I would say you can move, and like your bonus action, you have disengage as an option, so you can move into people's threat range and then move out without invoking an attack.
All right, so I'm a football player into these dudes and then disengage.
You do some like sweet juke, like roll over.
I'm a juke the archers.
Yeah, you do
Try
it.
to get to the back of the room and attack. For next turn, be ready to attack the leader.
You can
or
attack.
hobgoblins.
You can attack this round.
Okay, so that was my dash. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, now then I will attack.
You in Green Eyes or the Hobgobbo?
Green eyes.
All right, roll to hit.
Nice.
You had that one right there.
Oh. Oops. That is a 21.
You hit. Roll damage. I'm gonna say he's surprised. So go ahead and add your sneak attack to this,
Hell yeah.
because nobody expected this.
All right, so
Probably least of all Nick.
big.
I hit something.
There is still shit in my pants from being scared.
Oh yeah.
But that was an hour after. That was an hour.
Some nuggies
And
fell
that's
out.
definitely been more than an hour. So
Ogre shit.
It's dried. It doesn't. A dry.
It smells worse now because it's dry. All right, so 2d6 on the scimitar plus 2. That is a 11.
Yeah, very nice. You make a deep cut across his chest, and as you do this spinning, whirling dervish move, you see Francis like slumped in the corner, just like eyes glazed over. Captain, you're up.
All right, so Ned's down. Captain notices that, by the way, Port gives a slight nod of approval. Captain sees his ogre friend charge in the front line there, so he's gonna run in with his rapier out and poke at one of the archers.
Okay, go ahead.
Ah, balls.
Wow, it's gone forever.
It's right under the mic. Here,
God.
just use that one. Okay,
Oh shit, it's got some weight to it.
I know.
Man, that's satisfying.
Daffrin's players using metal dice.
That is,
listen to that thud.
That's a 16.
All right, you hit. Roll your damage.
All right. Let's not lose this one. Mine are dinky compared to that. Shit. That's a 4.
You actually land a fatal blow on this archer.
Oh shit.
Yeah. How do you kill him?
Oh my god. All right. So Captain is like he's pretty high up. Thanks, bud. He's high off of this this treasure high he's got going on right now. So he's kind of like bobbing and weaving. I imagine he kind of like runs up the wall just a little bit, jumps over, and kind of like
Jesus Christ.
Prince of
Hardcore
Persia
dwarf.
shit.
yeah.
Does he run with his arms behind his back too?
The
Naruto.
He holds his
Exactly.
sword backwards,
Shouting,
slash.
believe it.
Believe it. Holds the sword sideways. Oh shit, that's a kill shot.
Holds it. He's got a gangster style, so like the hilt's like sideways in his hand.
How do you
Yeah, she shoots the blade off of the sword, and the sword like shoots a gun, and the gun shoots another sword, and it just kind of
Has anybody seen Dinner for Schmucks?
That shoots swords.
Yes.
That explodes, and then more swords that explode.
Chris O'Dowd's character in Dinner for Schmucks, the blind Olympic fencer. Yeah, he's like, "You dare insult my honor?" And he's like, "No, welcome to my world." And he tries to turn off a light, but it's just like a gallery light, and so the light's just still. He's like, "Where am I? I am a shadow." It's just like weird.
So yeah, it kind of clips him through like the side of the head, so it's just like a clean little just needle poke, but it's just like slumps down
Yeah.
after that.
Drops him. Okay, so there are two archers left, a single ruffian, the boss, and a hobgoblin. Mock, it's your turn.
Mock's conflicted because he likes to stab things, but he's supposed to keep people alive. So he's going to waste an action on Cure Wounds on both.
Frankus.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So do I have to roll to hit?
No.
Oh, 2 fails.
Yeah, sorry, I laughed right into the microphone.
High
five. Too slow.
Looks like you were worth it, buddy. You gotta fight for it.
So heal for 5.
Heal for 5. All right.
All right. Francis, you're back up, and it is your turn.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm in like pure panic mode at this point. I am actually going to
I knew
book
I
it.
shouldn't have wasted that on you.
No, I'm going to book it for. I look around. I see that you're like in the heat of all of it. Sorry, I'm pointing at Nick over here. So I'm going to get to the back corner just to disengage as far as I can from all of the attackers.
Okay, you can take the disengage action, move around.
Yeah, I'm freaking out.
Okay. With that, there are 2 archers. I wrote a different word for some reason. So the archers have melee weapons. So now that you're engaged in melee, they were trying to, keep their formation open. But now that one is dropped, they resort to their melee. Pulls out the scimitar. I kind of just dropped that. I didn't roll it. Okay, the gods have spoken. 2 hits on the captain.
Balls.
1 hit on Mock. 8 damage for the first hit, plus 2, so 10 damage on the captain.
Oh my god!
And then Mock takes 5.
Captain's hurting, laddies.
The ruffian, with like a confident look on his face, saunters over to Francis and pulls out a dagger and says, "I'm gonna enjoy this." And hits with a 21.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's hitting.
And he does only 2 damage, seeming to like
Okay.
he's taking his time with you.
I'm still alive.
Let's see. Oh, that reminds me. The boss, who Big Nick you're attacking, says, "You dare attack the glorious Sandballet? Don't you know I'm the greatest smuggler in these parts?" And he's going to.
Smuggler, I hardly know her.
Can I have a wisdom save?
I like smuggling a lot.
You can, but it's not gonna be good.
Okay.
Got a -3 on wisdom.
Yeah, I hope you resist this. Like, Jesus, really up to you.
Wow.
Can't even keep
Who
the dice on
drops
the
the
table.
dice? Yeah, right. Dumb fuck.
That did bounce off of a beer can.
We're a mess.
This is a 17 -3, so 14.
You rolled that's the same thing
Okay.
you rolled.
You
on the
feel
ground.
that he has reached into your mind in an attempt to turn you to his side. It does not work. You know better.
Who's your captain?
I am a good boy.
Yeah, you're like, oh man, maybe he is the great villain, smuggler Sandballet. That sounds pretty cool. And you're like, what the no. So he attempts to do that. The hobgoblin, quickly seeing that doesn't work, is going to try to bring down a fancy looking sword on you, and is going to hit for 2 damage.
Nice. Big Nick does not die.
Does not die a lot.
Daffrin,
Who was the one that attacked Mock?
the archer.
Oh, one of the okay.
Yeah.
Can I run over to that archer? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to do that and also take my mace out.
All right.
I'm going to whisper under my breath, "Don't you dare!" I'm going to
Critically fail.
yeah.
Oh, that's great. So you break out into a sprint, pull your mace out, and he like takes a one step back, so his leg is further out, and so it's a little closer, and so you just go flying end over end and do a somersault and land just on the other side.
Do I take any damage or anything?
No,
Okay.
no. Yeah, you play it off pretty cool, but yeah.
He's laying there on his side, runs his hand through his hair. I meant to do that.
Yeah.
I go to a slow
is that
I'm here to
push-up.
protect you, my lady.
It's that damn trip mechanic.
Yeah. Big Nick.
All right, so I'm pretty mad at this this little shisty wannabe mage here trying to reach into my mind and make me remember things about my past. So, for those listening, Big Nick's deep state rogue. He doesn't remember that he's actually rogue. He thinks he's a bard. So it's starting to break down some of the mental walls, and I'm not happy about that. So I'm going to attack him again with my scimitar.
Yeah, empowered by your fury. Go for it.
And the shit in my veins.
Yes.
It's turbo time.
God.
That is 15.
With the power of God and anime on your side, roll your damage.
I think he's aware of my presence, so I don't get sneak attack, right?
Is anybody else attacking Sambalay right now?
No.
Okay. Yeah. No sneak attack.
That is a 5.
Okay. Let me see.
What's his name? Sanbalay?
Sanbalay.
Is that the goblin or?
No. The hobgoblin is protecting Sanbalay.
Pork fillet.
Pork belly.
Related to Jean Benet.
Dijon mustard. Captain.
Sanbalay Ramsey?
All right, so
Yes.
Captain overhears Sanbalay talking about being this hotshot smuggler. So that's got Captain thinking. So he asks this Green Eyes who he's working for, but he does it in Thieves' Cant.
Ooh, I like that. I think you are attempting to persuade him to give up some information.
Yeah.
Let's go and make a persuasion check, and then tell me what you say.
That's a 12.
All right. So what exactly do you say? It doesn't have to be in Thieves' Cant. You can kind of
Yeah.
No, that's you.
just say plainly what you mean.
So which one of these blue bloods is paying ya, eh? Is it that old money Ada or this new chap Anders?
What? I don't give a shit about either of them. Are you talking about the town council? Fuck them. Fuck Saltmarsh.
This Captain's gears are turning.
So who are you working for, lad?
I work for a higher authority. Myself, Sanbalay, the great smuggler.
So how much is the greatest smuggler paying himself then?
Look around. See your own doom and your death. They await you. So yeah, he's not giving up any information just yet. While he thinks he has the upper hand.
All right. Captain kind of like looks at his own hand and goes,
Time to make these the upper hands, lad.
Oh yes.
takes a charge with the old rapier.
Nice. You going after Sambalay?
Yes.
Nice.
That's a 19.
Very nice. Yeah, roll your damage, please.
I'm gonna get that sneak attack since
Yeah. See, Big Nick is helping you out.
how we play rogues, boys.
Yeah.
Deep state rogue.
Or you just linebacker through the line.
Okay.
Jeez.
That's a 9.
So
9 damage.
normally we'll just hand wave it and say you kill him, but if you want to knock him out to question him later, you can do that.
Yeah, so we're gonna he's gonna take a stab at the arm and then take the hilt and just
Pommel
crack
strike
him right in the head.
Yeah, so he's down and out. The hobgoblin looks kind of like, ooh, shit, I didn't do my job. And takes one step back. Like, as in, I don't think I want to be here if he's not calling the shots anymore. The archers and the remaining ruffian appear to still be like ready to fight, ready to go.
Can I use a bonus action to try and intimidate this hobgoblin?
Normally I'd say no, but since you did just kill him, I'll say yeah. That's
All right.
That's
Captain's gonna look at this hobgoblin and goes,
Guarantee he's not paying you lads enough to die.
yeah. Roll intimidate with disadvantage.
That's acceptable.
And I'll give you a reason in just a sec.
All right, so that's a 15 on the first one. It's an 8 on the second one.
Yeah, the spirit of the message is coming across, but as soon as he responds in Goblin,
Hobgoblet.
and he speaks Goblish, it's pretty clear that he doesn't understand what you're saying at all.
Oh.
So he says like, "Oh, ka-chak, chok, chok."
One of y'all could have chosen to pick Goblin, couldn't you?
Mock, you're up.
Is speaking a command a whole action, or is it just
No.
okay?
As like the spell, or just like speaking.
Just speaking.
Yeah, you can speak freely.
Okay, he looks over at the hobgoblin and tells him to sit in the command he has on that piece of paper.
I was going to ask
All
about
right,
that.
roll persuasion.
Sit boy.
Good boy. I was gonna say with advantage, but I think it's
Well,
just
not
normal.
yell, or
Yeah,
so
because
he just
you're in
yells at him.
combat. Like you haven't.
Well,
you're not his
It
employer
it
yet.
can take him off guard because
because
Maybe autopilot will take over.
That's a very
attack.
solid 6.
A 6, you say? Yeah, he is not sitting.
it's a sneak attack persuasion.
I ambush you with commands,
all right. Well, since that wasn't really an action,
and you can
He's
do anything.
going to
You can
go
force this
after the
fucker
one
to
that's
sit.
trying to go after Francis.
Okay.
Because he knows he just wasted time trying to heal this guy, and he's running around in a corner hiding.
Yeah. Go for it.
gee, it's almost like I just nearly died or something.
21.
Yeah, you're gonna hit for sure. Roll your damage.
10.
Oh yeah. So I love how that looks. There's like this imposing shadow like draped over.
Sorry, that was 8. Is that still kill?
What was it?
8.
8. Yes.
Okay.
There's this shadow draped over Francis, holding a knife stained with his blood, and the shadow is suddenly just decapitated from behind. And Francis is once again just sprayed with hot blood. And
Big Nick hides again behind him.
the shadow slumps over, and
More
standing
blood
in its
spooning.
place is Mock, just bloodied, furious.
Yelling.
His enemies fear his war cry. So yeah, you delete that bully.
Did we just establish that Mock's war cry is Whitney Houston?
Yes.
It can't be undone. Francis, you're up.
All right. So, being sprayed in the face with the lovely shower of hot blood. yeah, he's getting tired of this. So he's going to acknowledge that you just saved his life yet again. Thank you very much. He looks around, and he's going to attempt another ranged attack on one of the guys, or one of the archers.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
No particular archer. He is going to cast Firebolt.
Okay.
That's a crit.
Okay, roll your d10.
Yeah, sure. That's a 1.
All right. Double that, you do 2. So, so you do tag him in the pinky toe. His boot is burned a little bit.
He is critically warmed.
He's critically warmed. So with 2 archers still remaining, they will attempt to skirmish by disengaging, and then use their action to go shoulder to shoulder and pop off 2 shots. The first one will go. It's going to hit Francis for 7
he's
damage.
down.
Okay, we'll figure out what happens there, and then the second one will be. I guess Mock is close. That would make sense. And is going to probably not break your AC at
16.
Yeah, 11. So it does not. You're prone though, aren't you?
I was, yes.
Does a 14 hit?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Trying to help you out there.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Okay. So, Francis, you are struck in just above the heart by an arrow. You feel your vision fading. What do you want your last moments to be like?
Oh my god. Oh fuck.
Can I attempt to stabilize him, or are we still doing round combat?
So, his first death roll was basically going to be, when he got back, he was going to have to roll a pretty difficult roll to not just give up on adventuring. But with one, last heroic push, he was able to summon the strength to attack an enemy. And unfortunately, it was just bad timing. The enemy tagged him back. So, I mean, he is... You can take him back to a cleric, and if you have the money, if you have the resources, you can request for him to be brought back to life, potentially. But in this moment, I want to know what Francis's last moments are like.
Oh, geez. So, honestly, he feels, completely pathetic. He feels like he has just let the entire team down.
Oh my god. You guys are like, oh no, and I'm here laughing.
Yeah, no, because he just feels like he failed.
Damn. Yeah, dying in a basement.
Well, no, attic.
We're not in an attic.
We're in the basement.
No, there's still,
I thought we went upstairs.
No,
We tried to.
We haven't made it that far yet.
No wonder Francis was so confused.
Knock holds him close. I never thought I'd die in an attic. You didn't. You're not.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like Francis and Mock have a second to share a moment as you're right next to each other.
Yeah.
Mock looks at him. He doesn't necessarily hold him. Just kind of pats him on the head and says, "You died a good death."
Damn. He just kind of looks up and done.
Okay. Next, Daffrin, you're up.
Seeing what just happened, Daffrin is going to kind of go into a blind rage.
Okay.
And because he's not really been around too much death before, so he's just basically just animal instincts take over. He throws his mace down, and he wants to try to run up and bite this guy in the throat.
Okay. Oh shit! Nice. Roll an athletics check.
Okay.
I was gonna do the exact same thing.
Athletics, you said?
Yeah. I
Okay.
assume you mean the one who tagged Francis.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so he sees you run up, and he starts to level an arrow shot, and he realizes you're gonna grab onto him. So he throws the weapon down and meets your hands, and he's kind of getting the upper hand. He's not turning it back on you, but you're not able to get around his guard. But he has dropped his weapon.
Okay.
Nick, you're up.
All right.
So you're standing over the slumped, body of Sambalay, who's just unconscious. There's
Hobgoblin's still up, but he's not doing anything.
he appears to just be processing everything that's going on.
He's grappling one archer. There's still one more.
Yep.
Okay. Nick is also extremely angry at Francis dying.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. Nick at least has the common sense not to just go straight in for hands. So I'm gonna switch from my scimitar to instead I have a pair of daggers.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take one in each hand,
Yeah.
and just for visual effect, I also have a butter knife. I'm gonna hold that in my mouth.
Yes.
But it looks like a regular knife from afar.
Right. Yeah. If you don't look closely, it looks very threatening. And then you're just like, wait, did he just have a steak at Outback?
At least
And
I
I'm going
serrated.
I'm going hard. I'm going hard with both hands at the other guy.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll 2d20s.
Oh, and let me throw in there. So, since I'm so angry, the whole knife thing, that's going for an intimidation thing. So I'm going to try to first scare the. If I can't attack and intimidate at the same time.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't do anything if my app crashes.
You can enjoy a nice Truly while you wait for it.
It's not bourbon.
All right. Yeah, we're just going for the attack.
Okay.
2 daggers.
Yeah, you can attack twice.
Ooh, attack twice. So 2 different d20 for each hit.
Yeah, so 1d20 for your left hand, 1d20 for your right hand. And just tell me.
That is a 20, 16 plus 4, not nat 20.
Yeah,
for one
hits.
hand. And 18 plus 4 for the other hand.
That'll
Dang.
hit. So roll 4d4. Or,
right.
sorry, 2d4 and 2d6.
I'm good. First D4 is a 2.
Okay.
And the D4 is for damage, right?
Yeah, so your daggers do the d4s.
Okay,
the
so
d6s
that's
are
two.
your sneak
That's
attack.
4 then for the first one.
Okay. Just give me the total.
All right. So the
roll them all
D4s are 8,
Okay.
and then two.
Wow.
You said 2d6.
2d6.
That's for more damage. What's that for?
So, yeah, so your daggers do a d4 each.
Okay.
So you did like
He did 2d4s or 2 4s.
2 4s. Yeah, I got
yeah.
2
Oh,
4s.
you rolled 2 4s.
Right.
Wow.
2 2s plus 2 for 4.
Yeah. So, you rolled 2 2s,
Yeah.
and then plus 2 each because your
Right.
strength,
Right.
and then you add 2d6s because each was a sneak attack.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Wow.
6 on the first one.
Dang.
2 on the second one.
Cool. So that's 8 plus 8 is 16. So you do 16 damage. Just tell me how you want to just absolutely eviscerate.
Yeah.
this
So
archer.
it's like just straight up like got 3 knives, and I'm just like the knives are pointing forward. I'm just like
Yeah. Have you ever seen like how the like Navy SEALs do the like back and forth with the knives and just turn targets into Swiss cheese? If you haven't
Yes.
seen that, yeah, it's messy and just drenches you head to toe in the warm blood of this formerly living.
And since I'm now covered in blood, I'm going to use my bonus action to hide behind the corpse.
You jump into use your
Behind
bonus action.
Francis.
Use your bonus action to attack.
Oh, okay. never mind.
bad on the outside.
Hey, off the record, are we going to keep going?
A little bit longer.
Okay.
You want to take a quick break?
Need to.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take a quick break and jump right back into it.
Go.
Shit. So, where we left off, Daffrin is like wrestling with an archer, and Sanbalay is unconscious on the ground, and a hobgoblin is trying to figure out what's going on. So, who had the last move?
I think that was Nick.
Yeah, I did
Nick.
the million holes.
Yeah, he did the
Yes,
evisceration.
That's right. Captain, you're up.
Oh man, Captain's feeling a lot of things right now.
It's not easy to lose a member of the crew.
Yeah, he's not like he hasn't known him as long as he knew Wunderbar or Port, but he definitely like still owed something to both. They've been on the run together for a little while, and not being able to repay that debt in a timely manner kind of gets to him. So he's a little ashamed that he's glad that the archer that did him in got his just desserts from Wunderbar. He's a little upset he didn't get a chance to like make him suffer a little bit for it.
Yeah.
So right now he's trying to like not let his emotions get the best of him right now.
Yeah.
So he's still seeing that this hobgoblin is kind of like on the back foot. He is going to try to disarm this hobgoblin of his fancy little sword,
Okay.
just to have one less thing to worry about and hopefully like just kind of run him away.
So, certain types of fighters can have like a disarm trick. It's called a combat maneuver. For you to do it, you'll have to sort of wrestle it out of his hands. So that'll be an opposed athletics,
All right.
if you would like to do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
That's a 17.
Yeah, you definitely do that.
Snatch that bad
So
boy right up.
you kind of like grab his wrist and like throw the sword down. So he like quickly like takes up a stance and starts to like reach for a dagger at his hip. Captain Mock, you're up.
Can we disengage as a bonus action real quick?
You absolutely can. Yeah.
Cool. We'll disengage from that.
Yeah, and then you run away.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, Mock is not angry. He's inspired
Okay.
because to die in combat is the greatest death.
Right.
So he's standing a little bit more tall, and he takes his sword, swings it around his head, and he's going to try and cut the archer in half.
All right. Yeah. Roll to hit, please.
With an 18.
That's gonna do it. Roll your damage.
Ooh, with the 9.
Dang.
You cut that archer in half.
And then,
Shoulder to waist.
and then he teabags him.
Oh man,
Ah, the ancient rite. Yes.
ties it up.
Okay. So with the last archer fallen, the hobgoblin, reaching for the dagger, pulls it out, but then casts it maybe 10 feet away and puts his hands up in surrender and gets on his knees, looking around at kind of disgust at the humans surrounding him.
Good
We're
shit.
not all human here.
Not you guys, the dead humans that you
gotcha.
killed.
Can Mark
Alright.
just go up and slap him across the face?
You can. He bares his teeth in a snarl.
Where we at?
But as you're not trying to kill him or hurt him, you know.
You just.
That was satisfying.
Were we out of combat?
We
You
are.
are.
Oh, okay.
So
'cause-
Sanbalay is unconscious on the ground, but everybody else is dead.
Oh, well, in anger, Daffrin is going to draw his trident and run it through the hobgoblin's throat.
Damn.
Does anybody want to try to stop him?
Captain is gonna
Mark
try
does,
and
yes.
Okay, so
Both of us.
Both, yeah, please, both. Yeah.
Well, one of you roll athletics with advantage, as you both reach to grab the trident.
I got a 20.
that's also a 20 for
I say,
me.
do you want to be stopped?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
You play.
Yeah,
So
so-
it's just like blind rage. Like he's just kind of in this animalistic kind of sense because again he's not used to seeing this much death and kind of chaos happen and
If I may say, tears in his eyes, ready
Yeah.
to kill this.
breathing like
Whoa.
And then
While edging.
Easy there. So
Mark has kind of noticed something about Daffrin, so he just kind of looks at him and he's like, "To die in battle is a great death. Just calm."
the second he put so you're putting a hand on the shoulder.
Well, he grabbed the trident.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the trident first, and then grasped hand on the shoulder.
He grabbed Daffrin's shaft.
Grab the
That one
shaft.
is gonna kind of
He grabbed your shaft and just looked at you comfortingly.
We're ruining this moment.
Daffrin just lost no nut November.
Oh, good thing it's December.
Destroy Daffrin December.
So he's gonna kind of snap back to it, and be like, oh, I'm so sorry," and he's gonna kind of look up at Mock and look over at the captain and just kind of let go of the trident and just kind of shrink a little bit, knowing that he shouldn't have done that, but it still happened.
Yeah. All right. Captain, any words?
He kind of pats Port on the shoulder and goes, "He'll always be a member of the crew, same as you, lad." Then he kind of hefts up the unconscious Green Eyes by the shoulder and starts dragging him towards the laboratory.
Okay.
He looks at Mock and goes, "Keep the laddies safe. We won't be long."
Not to be insensitive, but since Francis is dead, can I put him in my bag of holding?
Yes.
All right. So Francis,
The easiest way to do it would not be to pick him up and drop him in it, but to
back
like
over
a
it.
Cut him
like
into
an
tiny pieces,
anaconda,
right?
eating like an anaconda eating its meal, slowly working around his body.
so Nick with a single tear running down his right cheek for my lost stage hand.
Buddy, I know this is how you wanted to go. Exactly like this.
I look at Mock. I look at Mock while I'm straight up Pac-Manning this dude into the bag.
Elbow grease, thrusting him into this. So
I'm not quite dead yet.
Shut up!
I don't know if this is official, but I've read that bag of holding is like a vacuum on the inside. So I actually so like a spaghetti noodle just sucks him up, and I think there's no oxygen in there, so I think it actually might be beneficial to
With an
keep him
exceedingly moist sound, it sucks him in.
with a disturbingly wet slurp.
It's like he's in a vacuum pack.
So while my
He's gonna be
bag of
sous
holding
vide.
is while I'm sous vide.
Sous meetings, Francis.
Sous vide, right? That's because it's a fantasy one. Right. I get them in my bag and notice that they're looking at me just disgusted. I'm like, I know that the Temple of Procan offers services to restore people to former health, and I think I have enough money from those ribs to make this one come back.
Out of context.
Also said by the CEO of Chili's.
I want my baby back, baby back.
golden
baby back,
ribs
baby
from-
back.
The golden ribs from the
We are
skeletons.
going to be paying up so much reverse sponsorship money by the time we're done with this.
That's true. Is that defamation? That might be. Implying that the CEO
Moving
of Chili's is
I think this
involved in
podcast was worth
necromancy.
it just because I got to put him in a bag.
It's my wedding sack.
Okay. So
Pamela Anderson, get in my wedding sack.
cut
So
to the
I put
lab.
him in my wedding sack, and I see him dragging him off, and I follow.
Okay. Cut to the laboratory. What do you do? What's our
All
setup?
right, so he's got old Green Eyes kind of like pinned up against the wall here, and he kind of slaps him to try and wake him up a little bit.
Where am I?
All right, Green Eyes. You've got two options. You can tell me what I need to hear, or you can tell me to piss right off, and I'll tell my ogre friend here to start pissing on you. Now, I'm a lot more reasonable here than my friend. Seeing as you've just killed one of our own crew, you might want to be dealing with the more reasonable one of us. But I'll give you one chance to make this right.
Can I just roll for an intimidation bonus to whatever he's doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you give him advantage by being the muscle, by standing there, crossing your arms, looking tough. So intimidation.
That's a 19.
Mm-hmm.
That is shit.
All right, we'll keep the 19.
Great.
Let's see. Let's give him a chance. Yeah, so he looks rightly scared. Lost his confidence after losing his crew as well. He says, "All right, ask it."
What was all this about then, lad? What do you get out of offing me and me crew?
Money. You are a threat to my operation. I stood to gain a lot of money by expanding it.
Who is willing to pay you this money?
I'm sure you know. You're a Saltmarsh native, aren't you?
I've been here a while, wouldn't call myself a native.
Well, then you know the Sea Princes.
Go on.
So, what you would know as a Saltmarsh native of any longer than 6 months, the Sea Princes have long been like a blight on Saltmarsh. They're pirate kings that live out in the ocean, in the sea, and they used to be basically the biggest threat to Saltmarsh. They would just, like Vikings, come in, raid, take everything or what they wanted, and then leave. When the Empire started getting involved and protecting Saltmarsh more, they kind of haven't been seen since. But there have always been rumors swirling that, they're building up forces for another big attack, and maybe they'll wipe Saltmarsh off the planet. So he says, he straight confesses that his allegiance is to the Sea Princes.
So what do the dear prince boys want to do with me?
He says, well, it looks like you haven't taken my stash, but I'll tell you what. I tell you where it is, you let me go.
All right. Sounds like we have an accord there.
Take me to the stairs. I walk up, and I tell you where they are. Tell you where my stash is from the top of the stairs. Otherwise, keep an arrow trained on me, and if I try to make a run for it, you can shoot me.
Seems fair enough.
All right.
We'll see if you're as good as your word.
Yeah. So, if you do that, you lead him to the bottom of the stairs. He takes the steps slowly, with his hands up, and can I have a wisdom save?
Can I offer advantage because I'm helping?
Shit.
You know, who's got the arrow trained on him?
I do.
You do?
I'm behind him too. I was
Right.
going to say before we started there, I wanted to pipe in and say to the captain, why don't we both keep an arrow trained on him? Because we both have bows.
True. So, Captain, you feel like he's become much more friendly. Like you feel like he's been a decent guy. He's done everything that you told him to do. Maybe keeping the bow and arrow train on him may not be necessary.
Could I do an insight?
But yeah, so it only affects the captain. So you guys see that he's casting a spell on the captain. So what do you want to do about it?
I'm gonna shoot him in the butt.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Mock charges.
20.
Yeah, D20.
It's an 8.
Okay. The arrow goes wide. So there is one staircase. So if one person wants to run up and do something, they may be able to do that.
I'm
wanna try
charging
it.
after him.
Yeah, you got it. You're good. Mock's got it.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
So are you trying to grapple or trying to attack?
He's going to try and cut off one of his legs.
All right, roll a hit.
Oh, 20, 21, 22, something
Yeah.
like that.
You definitely do. He's secret door in the basement.
And then I guess I try and put him out of his mission since we know what we need to.
No, wait.
Daphne's gonna run and be like, Mock, he might be able to read that note that we found.
Yeah, I can read it.
So this guy's bleeding out and has one leg left?
Yeah, he's like grabbing his bloody leg like through screens.
Okay, so he shows him the note.
Yeah, that's the goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I can read it. Just don't kill me, all right?
What's it say?
If I tell you, you'll just kill me. You have to arrest me or something.
We'll kill you anyways.
He's like trying to like reach for like part of his robe to like tear.
And he looks at him again. What's it say?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what the first word is.
Do it.
So the note, the first word is. So he's grabbing his leg. The first one is stop in Goblin. And so next to that is stop in Common.
So it looks obvious that the rest of it is probably going to be the same to Mock anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to put the tip of his sword on the guy's forehead
Okay.
and say, read the rest.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Go and give me an intimidation, because his life kind of depends on it.
Can I offer bonus because I'm helping?
7.
Yeah, so
Can I offer
Regardless.
advantage to helping? Or
don't worry about it for now.
okay.
So you see that the front of his pants gets significantly darker. And a little warm and wet.
Is it blood or is it pee?
Yes.
Probably
Let's play that game. Is it blood or is it pee? Yeah, you see
The new
he,
show
he
on Travel
immediately
Channel.
like stuttering through like pain and the words. The words in Common on the left are the ones in Goblin on the right.
So he's just going to very slowly keep putting pressure on the sword until it goes through his forehead.
Ooh, yeah. With a sickening crack, it pops through his skull and he ceases moving.
And there's just a feeling of ecstatic joy as that happens for Mock.
God.
Ooh, it's brutal. I love that we have two clerics of Prokin at the table who are completely different, complete opposites, but also similar in certain ways. That's well done. So yeah, Sanbalay is gone. He said that there was a secret door in the basement where you would find his stash.
Well, Sorry, I had a train and then like 18 different spouts off of that.
That's right. So secret door in the basement somewhere.
So
We've also got
Just-
a hobgoblin with a cool sword that we kind of neglected.
that's true. This is the skeleton room, which was attached to the main room, right?
We are right now in the main room because
Well,
he was at the stairs. You're
Right.
upstairs because you chased him, cut his leg off, and
Secret door in the basement. So the rooms were main room, the door to the left that I went through without reading, which was the
his
study.
office. Yeah, Sanbalay's office.
Oh, that was Sandbalay's office. Okay, you clued me in. So I look at Mock. It's probably in the office.
Okay, give me a perception check. Just everybody, give me a perception check. Because now that you know there's a secret door somewhere, now you're looking.
Crit 25.
Francis is still dead. Fails.
Oh yeah, you can give me this bag of holding is pretty empty in here. I can't even breathe. Yeah, so Daffrin, you notice that there are two secret doors down here. One is to the left of the door that was on the left, and the other is on the opposite wall. So one door goes north and one door goes south.
I'm going to say I'm still with the hobgoblin, though, just watching
Yeah, he's
him.
in the center of the room. He has not moved. He's kind of like paid attention.
Do you want to try those commands again?
So you can do pretty much any like single word verb that's like a command, or I'll let you know if that's on the sheet.
Big Nick looks at Mock, and I say, I'm thinking the first one you might want to try is follow.
So I try the follow.
Yeah, he like looks kind of like straightly the way you like spit out goblin, and then he like raises his eyebrows in understanding and like stands up and like kind of keeps his hands, up. And
So where's his sword that he had?
it's on the ground, like 10
Oh.
feet from him.
Can I
The
pick
captain
that
had
up?
wrestled away. Yeah. It gleams like a shiny silver. It's a wide blade that tapers pretty quickly. Looks pretty nice. If you got a good appraiser, might be able to tell you what its deal is.
Okay, and then I guess have him follow us to one of those doors.
Yeah, just basically
Have him lead
take him
out front, or
Right.
like
right. Use him as the scapegoat. Open the door, push him through.
yes, you can take him to the front, open, and like he'll press a brick, and then it like slides open, and then you see a cavern on the inside, and as it opens, a gush of like ocean air wind comes through. So quickly he leads you to it's a bit of a winding cave system in here that has been hewn out like many years ago, and you find sort of a cove area that has tons of contraband, just an absolute shit ton of boxes full of silks. I can tell you exactly what all's in here.
Dirty mags.
5 bolts. There are 5 bolts of silk, 8 casks of brandy, a suit of scale mail that appears to be extremely well made, and there are other bits of contraband scattered around, mainly bolts of cloth and brandy. So it looks like they had two big heists or scores that they were smuggling silk and brandy.
So Mock looks over at the captain and he says, "It looks like this is your realm. What do we have here?"
A couple of crates of contraband.
The crates are stamped with the symbol of Prime Water Shipping.
Oh, interesting. What's Prime Water got going on here?
Well, I don't know that Prime Water would have anything going on here. I would assume that these were probably stolen from him.
Or maybe he's got more dealings that are a little more illicit than we once realized.
Either way, it might not be a bad idea to ask him about it.
Aye.
So Big Nick offers his bag of holding yet again, because can I fit all this stuff in my bag?
I think there is a limit. We'll say yes for now, just because I want to make this simple.
All
But
right.
as you start loading it up, you see the reflection of the afternoon sun reflecting into the cave off of the water, and you can see down into the cavern. There's a natural ramp that leads to the ocean, and there's a boat there, about a 10 by 15 boat that could fit all of you plus the cargo comfortably.
Oh, okay. Well, Big Nick says, "Sorry for the inconvenience, Francis," and starts taking the stuff on the boat instead.
Cut to there's like a cross section of the inside. It's just Francis's body like crumpled and like smashed by the crates. Jesus.
All right, Big Nick's gonna
so
load.
disrespectful.
Big Nick's gonna start loading this up and look at the captain and say, whether this is an operation of Prime Waters or whether this was stolen from him, I figured we might as well take it back to him. He'll appreciate it either way.
Maybe Prime Water shouldn't be our first stop. If he's got something shady going on here, he's not the first person I want to know that we know.
Well, you have it in good with the man. So I think anyone that would not be reprised for knowing would be you.
Captain's still not convinced. Captain actually wants to talk to Ada first. She's somewhat. He thinks he can trust her a little bit more right now.
All right,
He is worried about Eggplant Boy because he didn't send Eggplant Boy back to him.
It's true. So there are a couple other things that you find that are not just brandy and silk. Like I said, the scale mail. The hobgoblin sort of picks it up, says some things in Goblin that you don't understand, but he sort of like puts a hand on his chest and then like sort of hands over the armor and then like makes gestures to himself again and then like sort of tries to hand it to somebody, whoever's closest.
Can anyone else use scale mail? Because I got scale mail on.
I can use scale mail.
Okay.
Okay, it's probably better for you.
Then
So then we can just sell it.
Then I will take the scale mail
Okay.
because that gets my AC to 14,
Nice.
and I need that.
While you wear it, it is extremely aqua dynamic. While wearing this, you have a swimming speed equal to your walking speed.
Nice.
I already have that.
In addition, when you start your turn underwater with 0 hit points, the armor causes you to rise 60 feet towards the surface.
Nice.
It's called Mariner's Armor. It's pretty cool.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. So, the hobgoblin, as you like take it and start to don it, he like smiles and like gives you like 2 thumbs up. So,
I give him a thumbs up as I run him through with my trident.
Captain, you're a smuggler. You can appraise these things. Each bolt of silk is worth 50 gold each.
Whew.
So there are, if you collect them all, there's 5 in the first room. So that's 5 times 50. There's 8 casks of brandy worth 10 apiece. So that's 80. There's a lot of math we can go through here, but basically we're talking hundreds of pieces of gold, like for all of this, if you're able to sell it, on the free market, which obviously this is branded.
So we'll tell Ada we found a bunch of empty crates.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. And when we talk to Prime Water, let's not let him know that we think this is stolen or that he was doing anything illicit.
Well,
Yes, I agree. We'll have to tread lightly with him.
here's Big Nick's interjection.
Inject that big Nick fuck.
He's part of this conversation. I like where you're thinking. I see where your point now. We should empty these crates before we tell anyone what was going on with them, and then when someone asks, then we might return their goods to them. But let's just leave the crates empty for now.
We could say someone was here before us.
We wouldn't be lying.
Okay, then I agree with that.
And you don't necessarily have to take the goods now.
Right. Big Nick's already loaded them on the boat anyways.
Okay.
So they're on the boat,
Okay.
and we can just shove off. And
So before we do that, I look at everybody else and I'm like, what do we do with our friend here? I'm pointing towards the hobgoblin.
well, he's friendly
He's
now.
continued to follow.
Do we keep him or do we just get rid of him?
We'll keep him.
But I would look over at him and be like, what do you think?
In common?
Yeah. To the goblin.
Yeah, he's like shrugs, not understanding your language.
What if I'm gonna
you think?
I'm gonna run my trident across my throat
Tarzan.
to see if I can.
He looks confused and like a little nervous now.
Nick interjects and shoos the trident away. And I give a half-orc smile and 2 thumbs up and tell Mock, you got any commands on that page that are like calm or something like that?
There's a settle.
Okay, I'm going to tell him settle in a really shitty hobgoblin.
He's gonna kind of like relax his shoulders a little bit and like
So I look at the
Still
rest of
looking
them.
around.
I'm like, we should at least keep them around until we can find someone that can translate.
Yeah.
Yeah, no telling where he might run back off to.
Hobgoblin like points at the boat and like points at you and points at the boat and then points at himself and then back at the boat.
I think the Hobgoblin's thinking what I'm thinking. Let's just load up and get out of here.
Yeah. Can we tie him up in the meantime?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I rummage in my bag of holding and then rummage
Strangle
in
him.
his contents? Because Francis has 50 feet of rope.
Yeah, you all have like 50 feet of rope as adventurers.
I'm just trying to desecrate this course as much as possible.
Yeah, I've noticed. Yeah, you can tie him up and then you guys can set sail.
I feel so
towards the
loved.
docks of Saltmarsh.
Let's do that.
So we'll close tonight with you guys sailing into the sunset to make a big loop around to dock at Saltmarsh once again.
With Francis's corpse being buffeted by crates.
Yes.
I'm basically just going to be a pile of meatloaf by the time we get there.
Ma, meatloaf now.
At a great cost, the crew has never been closer.
Thanks, Francis.
Fuck off.
He taught us the
corpse.
true meaning of crewmanship.
Yeah, somebody's got to fucking die.
Yeah,
At least it wasn't me.
I think everybody's thinking that.
Did you say we were
true.
going to level up after this, or
Everybody, including Francis, is level 3.
Oh, he's a level 3 corpse.
Big Nick was very, very scared that he was going to die when I charged through the when I did my little linebacker charge through the crowd.
I didn't think that was going to work for you either.
I was like, I'm gonna die.
So-
but I got no damage that whole round.
Does this count as a long rest?
When you get to Saltmarsh, it will.
Dang.
Sorry, you have to wait so long
that's
to
fine.
get
That's fine.
to get your answers.
You know,
But you're going to get money when you get there for doing the job.
I'm
gonna
glad
have
my
money
dead
for,
corpse
like,
is going
stuff.
to have money thrown at it.
So I already have one thing in mind that can happen that I think AR made a pretty good choice that could benefit you pretty well.
All right.
To save you some cash. Because there's two lower level spells for bringing people back. There's Revivify and Raise Dead. Raise Dead is 10-day time limit. Revivify is 1 minute. And the only difference is 200 gold. So Revivify is 300 gold. Raise Dead is 500 gold.
So there's like no permanent way to bring me back then.
No, they'll both of those will bring you back.
No, it's just how long
how
you've been dead is how much money we have to spend.
Exactly. It's
Gotcha.
harder to do when it's like not refrigerated, and
Right.
Oh, but right
I
now-
sealed
but
you
I'm-
in a vacuum
Yeah,
container.
and vacuum packs.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I think is a really good idea. So I want to reward that creative thinking. So I'm thinking it's going to be a Revivify, even though it wasn't 1 minute.
Disrespect aside.
Yeah.
Course desecration
Yeah.
aside.
Why am I alive again?
Your leg might be healed wrong.
All else fails, though. I
would like
do
to
the
I was gonna say, I think we should cut
volunteer
this off
work
before
for
we-
the temple, and it is my temple.
That's true. Yeah, maybe you can negotiate.
So
also,
what if we just revive his head?
No.
all right, somebody cast Mage Hand and just carry his head around.
so dope.
Also, I really like how. Okay, so something I was
The head
thinking
from
when,
Futurama.
Something I was thinking.
Oh,
when,
by the way, we're still recording, so
Oh.
do we want to cut it off?
we can. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so-
have some extra thoughts. But
All right. So, as is tradition with our podcast, since it's the 4th episode, does anyone have any closing remarks?
Good night, people.
No,
Okay.
I got nothing.
I'm dead.
Rip Francis. Yeah, that's my last.
All right.
F.
Rest
Big
in
F for
peace,
Francis.
little buddy.
Big F.
All right. We will resume this the next time we resume it.
Good night.
Are you recording right now? Okay, cool. Simmons. Hey, roll me over. Simmons. Hey, guess what? I'm a pickle. I'm Pickle Krog. It's the Salty Boys. And will always love you. truly, it's not bourbon.
And edging